Oh, sweaty. Is that what you said in the comments on YouTube? Was the stream is messed up? Is that what? Oh no, never mind. No, you didn't. Damn, you didn't even save me. Yeah, for now. So there's the hourly civvy. So the big thing for me is going to be, so how does this hourly candle close? Dude, you seen half my screen on the chart and decided not to say anything. But how does this hourly close? Do we close inside of it, or do we? What up, Fran? Or do we close above it? If closes above it, it's hard to be bearish, right? Do we have any retest of London after we took the London lows? We do not. So that's probably a good target here, to be honest. We talk about this a lot um, where we just straight dump below London highs or dump through Asia or Jesus, London lows, or we take London highs, and we usually will come back to retest that London low before continuing lower. So it could be another target here, if anybody is some reason in a long here, but you do see that quite a bit. The Laura traders are probably loving this, which it's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm. It's possible if we get this bullish hourly close out of the NWOG. It's possible. But if this hourly close is bearish like this, I am looking for I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for some kind of 5 minute CISD, some kind of 5 minute breaker to the downside to get short. It's only if we hit the civvy and close below, which doesn't look like we're going to right now. This thing's moving pretty good. Good old NG. And NG hourly could be really, really good here. As long as we don't take these lows, I might be able to frame something on NG. If we get an hourly close like this, get a little retrace, there's probably a nice, yeah, it's a nice 5 minute range there. If NG wants to close like down here, a short off of 50, could be interesting. Thanks, Sweaty. Thanks for the comment, Sweaty. Thanks for the comment. All right. We'll go over the Asia trade last night real quick. There's actually 2 entries for Asia last night. So what I seen was I was already expecting downside, right? Because I'm expecting Asia to give us some kind of manipulation higher, and then push lower. But you'll see right here. Has to do more with time frame alignment, where we have this hourly high. You guys should already see it. We did get a double sweep on it, where you swept closed inside, but then we took the high again and closed inside. This was your confirmation. This was like your double confirmation that this hourly is about to a drop. And then if you go to the 30 minute, uh, you'll see the 30 minute also gave us the same thing with this candle here. And then if you go to the I should have did that. And then if you go to the 15 minute, you'll see the same thing right here where you have a 15 minute swing. So you have the hourly closing bearish, the 30 minute closing bearish, and the 15 all closing bearish there. You have all three of those in line telling you price wants to push lower. So if we go back to the hourly, so if I'm looking for shorts, like I was last night, I am looking. I gotta figure out where I'm at here. Where's 8 p.m.? Yeah, it was the 8 p.m. sweep, and then right here. Switching to YouTube, just saw. Yeah. Go see the pickle. He's on a YouTube, but. So hourly swing like that bearish. Hold on, we'll check NQ. Still nothing for NQ, like I said. And what do I see? Where was the short? This was not the short. This was not the short. Where was the short at? This was the short. I'm all messed up here. I'm going to pull my execution just to see. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah, it was right here. All right, there we go. So I'll show you guys because this lines up with everything that I try to show you guys every single day. That's why I want to go over it. Appreciate that, Sweaty. Appreciate that. So we have the hourly sweep. Obviously, we see the 30-minute. The hourly closes back inside, and then we get what? You get a 5-minute breaker right here. Obviously, no retest. Just got in short there and took it down to. I think. Oh, I just took it down to the 7 p.m. lows. Right, 7 p.m. lows. But we closed super bearish down here. So I got out here, and then I'm like, okay, well, if this thing, because if you paid attention to 7 p.m. low at all, 7 p.m. we'll usually start a very nice trend. We'll start a very nice trend, and then but if 7 p.m. low is in, it's very rare that 7 p.m. will be low of day, and when we will come back for it. So that also led to a little bias there. But then the breaker and those 15, 30, and hourly close gave that away there. I think there was a 5-minute swing too. There's a 5-minute. Oh, actually, and then so there's a 5-minute breaker here, but I actually entered. So once I seen this 5-minute swing on the 5-minute here, I went down to 30-second. Believe it or not, 30-second in Asia, and you should already see it. 30-second in Asia makes basically this whole thing's just a big ass breaker, and then entered right inside of here, and then we got the delivery down, almost a top tick, all the way back down. But obviously, just sold at a 7 p.m. low. So that was the first trade. Executions are on Twitter if you're actually don't think I took it. But and then so anyway, going back to it because NQ's slowing down here a little bit. Maybe we get a swing. Like I said, the hourly close is gonna be the big thing. And then the second trade. So 7 p.m. closes down here, right? We take 7 p.m. low, but we close way down here. Am I looking at the right day? What am I doing here? Yeah, so right here. So this is 7 p.m. low. That's not 7 p.m. low. I am all messed up here. Holy cow. Where's my retrace? There it is. Okay. 7 p.m. is down here, right? So, nope. I'm fucking messed up, guys. I am messed up. What is going on? I just had it. I gotta stop going. All right, we'll come back to it. I worked on base all last night, Hayes, and yeah, I slept in the afternoon yesterday. Worked on base all night. I get to sleep on base too when I'm out of work, so not too bad. Yeah, so I've been up all night. So hopefully we can find a trade here at 10 o'clock and call it a day and go take a nap. Crazy. I think I was looking back way too far. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. So here was 7 p.m. low that we took, but we closed below it bearish, and I'm expecting. I was expecting this low to go eventually. Obviously, previous or not previous day low, but I was expecting this low to go. Why? Because it's not a swing point. But what did I see next? After I exited that, I seen this, and like I don't really trade Asia very much, but like last night was so volatile. I think because silver just dumped so much last night that it just made the markets volatile. Maybe I'm wrong, but you see, we deliver up to 50, and we get a 5-minute swing off of 50, which we know is a big thing. 50% with 5-minute swings, very good. Criteria to look for an entry, and then you guys should see it. We have a 30-second breaker sitting here. Remember, a 5-minute, you want that 30-second breaker tap, and just took it back down to that swing low. I was gonna go for that a little bit. I was content, but those were the two Asia trades in the London trade. So we'll look for the same thing here. Biggest thing's waiting for that CISD for that breaker after you get your swing point. And as long as you still have the correct draw, it should be a banger trade. Let's clean these charts up a little bit, and let's wait. We've got 9 minutes until 10 o'clock. A 15-minute sweep could be good out of premium. I think we're too close to London here though. I would be afraid to fade this that we don't just go hit London lows. But we'll see. We don't have to. Like I said, we'll do what the candles tell us. What up, Compound? Mark will not be joining me. Mark has not streamed with me in quite a while. Mark does a lot better just by himself, so he has stopped streaming. Wish he did though. Everybody loves Mark. This would be tough because you might have an let's see. So this is where we could have some time alignment that I went over with the Asia trade. If you have, don't want to do that. This hourly closes back inside here, so you're gonna have an hourly sweep here. You're gonna have a 15-minute swing potentially here, and I bet you're gonna have a 30-minute. Yeah, you might have a 30-minute, but if you have a 15 and an hourly, I'm okay looking for some kind of short back down. Like this 1 minute, like if this turns into like a 1 minute breaker. The other thing you have to take into account is timing as well, right? Like we don't want to get in right as soon as 10 o'clock opens, right? Like I would be very leery of entering if like 10 o'clock opens and we just shoot straight down, make a breaker. Like I want to see that little manipulation above that 10 o'clock open as well, right? If I'm bearish. Because if we go down first, it's likely that we're going to stay bullish. So that also plays. That's how you kind of got to align time with your sweeps and what you're kind of seeing. I think it's consolidation. I just wish this was. I wish we were getting I wish this tapped into London. It's just got me sketched out. Unless ES tapped London. Did ES tap London? Let's check ES. No, ES is not with it today. We do have a monthly low, we just have those daily lows on there, and yeah, we are hitting out of that NWOG. But like I said, that's why we'll wait, and the hourly candle will tell us. Remember, if this does close back inside the range, when we have an outside candle like this, I tend to favor what happened last and then use that. So, like for example, we swept this low first, and then we went up and swept this high. Now, if we cannot close above this, that would have me leaning slightly more bearish, right? Because I would expect this to close back above, and if it came and takes this high second after the low and can't close above, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but that's what makes the most sense to me. Yeah. So, but if the hourly closes like this, I'm looking to get short inside of this wick. Like usually, I want to see like a 5-minute breaker or a 5-minute CISD after an hourly swing, but like a breaker, you're not gonna get a bearish breaker on the hourly until we close down here. So I think I would still take like a 1-minute breaker down off of the 15, because the 15 would still be good here. All right, so let's look at the 15. This would be your 15-minute candle. Yeah, so like if you can get up, we just made the breaker actually. So we did make a breaker here. It's already screaming downside to me, even before that candle closes. If you're bullish, you should not be making breakers to the downside. But so what could happen here if we want to look for a continuation down? It's going to depend how 10 o'clock opens. Is 10 o'clock and open? 10 o'clock and open down here. That's fine, and then we can look for some kind of short back up inside the breaker here, and then guess what? You're aligned with the hourly timing at that point because you have open manipulation up into the breaker, and then you can look for distribution back down to two of these lows. That's kind of what I'm framing and thinking about now. Right, I'm already expecting downside because breaker 15-minute swing is going to be in. Hourly swings likely going to be in. Nothing says to long this. Problem is it going to wait for us? Is it going to wait for us? I would expect it to. I'd expect it to come back up and give us a little retest. Maybe we get like a 5-minute swing. So a best case would be like back up inside of it. You get a little 5-minute swing, sweep the candle that takes you up there, close back inside it, and then you can look to get short there. Maybe there's like a lower time frame 30-second breaker or something inside of there that you can use to get short. What is that, Marshall? Nice. Brutal. Brutal. PDVA. Nice. I like it. I like it. Yeah, we've already delivered 50 back down now. You're gonna have like I said, 4 hours gonna close super bearish. I don't just want to short when we retest this breaker though. That's just I don't want a 70-point stop. Yeah, this is okay though. In terms of timing, like because then this can set up our potential entry in terms of manipulation distribution. Because this already looks like AMD here, but we'll see. But with this break, with a 1-minute breaker inside of this 15-minute candle, I would expect this high is safe. If you're getting a breaker, if you get a 1-minute breaker on a 15-minute candle going the other way, that high or low is safe. So in this turn, like for this instance, this high is safe. That's where your stop has to go. That's why it'd be a huge stop. But that's why I'll wait and see if we get any kind of confirmation back down. Oh, we also have that daily low, that weekly low, which would be like basically CE of that NWOG, which is where we bounced before. Interesting. We might not get an entry here. This thing's just ready to dump. This is something that I haven't back tested enough. Basically, anticipating that you're going to get a swing candle like on the hourly and the 15. So like I was already bearish and I'm already looking for shorts, but can I just get in on this breaker and then assuming that will be, and then I'm going to get that 15-minute, I like to wait for the 15-minute close, retest of the breaker, and then get in. But is there a way that we could potentially anticipate it and then we can just already get in? But the thing is, even if you anticipate it, like a lot of the times we will come back to retest that breaker anyway. So it's like, are we really missing much? But hey, that's all right, Sweaty. That's all right. You caught something. All right, so 10 o'clock opens all the way down here. If we come back up to the breaker, we're gonna have a 100-point manipulation wick on the 10 o'clock candle. But yeah, 4-hour close is below previous day low, super bearish. That tells you what we should at least go back to this low. That's your first target, just because of that close. Damn, the breaker was it. The breaker was it. If you go there, we should go to that, obviously that daily low as well at 616. Remember, if we're gonna be super bearish, that's actually a bullish. That's a bullish hourly swing there. Well, close bullish. It's actually well, no, because we took that high and then closed back inside, so that's still bearish. I'd be looking to get short anywhere above that candle's open. Yeah, there's just no retrace. Looks like, remember, if we're gonna have some kind of expansion, this is gonna be the hourly wick, and that's gonna be it. And then we're going to expand here. Now, is it possible that we just go back above the open and we start chopping? Yeah, but I would imagine we dive down to these daily lows. Tough, tough, tough. That's all right. Important thing is being able to tell when it was gonna start, I guess. Right. Not always gonna have a clean entry. Was there a 5 minute? There was a 5 minute swing up there. And I'm assuming we held 25% of that. So when did this 5 minute candle close? Was there a 30-second breaker that we potentially missed? All right, so if we go back to the 5 minute, I'm assuming there was, yeah. So like if you could have taken the 5 minute swing, I guess. But at this point, like the hourly is still up here. You want to make sure you're not longing it, you're not shorting into a potential bullish hourly swing. But yeah, you did get a 30-second breaker here, which would have said that 5 minute high was safe. Which is, I mean, obviously hindsight, and not I wouldn't have taken that in the time because of the hourly. Be obviously up there, you don't know if you're gonna get the hourly bullish close, especially being that close to a London. You don't see that often where we don't go up to a London. That's all right. Well, wait. I mean, there's absolutely no rush. There'll be plenty of setups. Let's check NG actually. I think NG can give us a short out of here. Disregard. Disregard. I have shifted back bullish to NG. Simply why? Because of this. You actually have an hourly double sweep on NG. Hourly double sweep just meaning it swept candle 1, close inside, it swept candle 2, and close back inside 1 and 2. Pretty bullish signature there. You could almost look for. There's not a 5 minute breaker though. Yeah, I would not want to be short NG right now. That makes sense, Doc. Yeah, it makes sense. CE is that daily low as well. So yeah, that a little bit lower. Nice little AMD here this morning. Let's check out gold. Gold looks like really nothing I want to touch because we just have an hourly inside candle. But still, I would be leaning tough, 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 tough. Probably bullish just because of this hourly swing, but I'll be leaning bullish. But we have not made a 5 minute breaker off of gold, right? So I want to see us like close above there to put in like some kind of breaker, some kind of order block to say higher. Right now, it's just I'm in the middle of chop. I wouldn't touch gold with anything. All right. Well, that sucks on NQ because that's probably going to be your hourly high. Maybe not, but remember there are times where we'll put in like we'll dip first, we'll come back up, we'll put in a little bigger wick. But if this thing's in a hurry, we're just going to keep on expanding. But there's a chance that we can come back up, maybe something out of the civvy or something. But it's all good. It's all good. Playing out the way we expected, just not anything in terms of a clean entry for me. And Q's delivering cleanly today. You don't see this very often. I guess I shouldn't speak that. Someone's probably short right now. You're probably going to get retraced on here. Let's check ES. ES bearish hourly close. Looks like it held 50 nicely there. Yeah. Basically up to 50. Remember the open of your candles, very, very, very uh sensitive areas as well. So when that lines up with 50 and you get any kind of down move off of that, it's usually always a good play, whether long or a short. Never. Okay, so the question is going to be on 9 o'clock low. Do we close below it, and how do we close? You got to be careful. We are inside of the NWOG down here, so trying to short down inside of here could prove tough because we know NWOGs can hold price for a while. It's all right. Cool to see it play out from the top there. Just confirms the breaker CISD thing with a swing. Yeah, just no entry. Just no entry. And then there's no entries on the way down, right? You're just straight down. Yep. That they are. I'm sure everybody and their mother wanted this London High and LR. That's why I don't care too much about LR. I'll chase. I can't say chase. I will go after and target the LR when the candles tell me so. That's the biggest thing. Like I'm not gonna come into the market and like someone probably came to the market today and is like, oh, we're going here. I see all these relative equal highs up here. The market was not saying that we were going up there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Hayes. It's just and we got wrecked again on the 5-minute inverse. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's ride. So how do we close on 9 a.m. low? Because did ES take 9 a.m. low already? Okay, yeah. So SMTs that we have no SMT on the hourly low. That should just tell us that we're going to push lower. And obviously, that daily low is 616s. Obviously, low hanging fruit here. So we'll see how this 5-minute candle closes here. Does it close back inside of here? If so, then obviously we should push up to what will become the civvy. And then we'll be able to watch that 5-minute candle from there and see how that reacts. Maybe you can catch something small out of there. Potentially. Even though we took that 9 a.m. low, I still think that daily low is there. Oof. Okay, so do we just get 5-1? We just got model 5-1. Or the hourly model, I should say. Basically where we swept 9 a.m. low and closed above, but there is no SMT. So it makes me not want to try this. We did get a 30-second breaker, though. We did get a 30-second breaker with that 5 minutes. We could definitely make a little push back up here. So if you are short, hang on. Hang on to your shorts, or hang on to your. That's a bad thing to say. Hang on to your something. Pickle. Yeah, hang on to your pickle. And just obliterated it. Yeah, missed shorts too, but there was just not enough confirmation. This was clean, but So we did not get a 5-minute swing there. We did get the model there, but we did not have a 5-minute swing that did not close back up inside. Might have had a different outcome there if that closed up inside with that 30-second breaker. Nice, friend. Hey. Green is green. I'm not going to yell at you for chasing. I'm just here to hang out. It's not. No, no, no. Like, do not. Yeah, you don't get into a habit of getting rewarded with bad behavior. That bad behavior will catch up to you. All right, there's that daily low. Basically CE of the NWOG now. Actually, we're past CE of it. I guess we're like right at it. You know, I don't see anything room taking us lower. It'd be interesting to see how we close this week. If you have a weekly candle close like this, which this sets up like a TGIF type of thing for a Friday. We could have a retrace tomorrow. I haven't said TGIF in a long time. Damn it though, that shore is nice up there. Man. Obviously, hindsight, but still is a huge stop. You had to take like one MQ there. Because the breaker's here. Unless you like waited for, so you already hit that civvy. Yeah, it's just, yeah, you would have had to have like a 90-point stop to have like a true stop there. The only other entry was basically a retest of it with a little 10 o'clock manipulation. But remember, if you're gonna have like I said, if you're gonna put in a small wick on the hourly like this, you're gonna have a big expansion candle to the downside. You're seeing it here. Gold doing anything? Nope. Still failing to make the breaker here to say that it's ready to go up. I won't touch gold until you get a close basically above these highs to put in the breaker. Basically these highs to put in the breaker, or if you get a close below, you can look for continuation shorts. But for now, you're just stuck in chop. NG, I don't like shorts just simply because of the hourly. It is setting up nicely for the HLC. Yeah, nothing that fits what I'm looking for on NG, and that's okay. And NQ's just gonna keep on dumping. Imagine we get a -4 play. There's just no, like, we're not even getting retraces here. Should have held that Asia short. That was money, man. What was that? That was 600 points ago. We're just getting. All right, so we'll be watching. So it's like this is the one thing we can watch now. We'll watch 25-50 of this 5-minute candle and look for a continuation off of that. Man, we're only at 10:15. Like I said, it's also a tough spot to short, right? You're in the middle of a new WOG. So Yep. Did we fill it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a spot you want to be. Yeah. Yeah. That was CE, which makes sense. Why we get a little. Remember the stuff on the left side drives your retraces on the right side. It drives your returns to a premium on the right side. Nice. Okay. Can't really get a 5-minute swing in here. You know, we'd have to wait for this 5 minute to close, swipe it, and then close back inside. But still, not a spot where I really, really want to try to be getting short. Like all the targets that I want to get short for here and that daily low, obviously already taken. So best case, unfortunately, is probably to wait until 11 o'clock. As much as I don't want to say that. Wait for 11, see how this hourly closes. Higher time frame crypto views? I have not looked at Bitcoin in a hot minute. I mean, I can look at it quick. What's silver down? Is silver still down 12%? Yeah. Biddy's at 68. I mean, I wouldn't be looking I wouldn't be trying to long anything until I got a daily swing like this. And even that failed. I mean, I would imagine Biddy gets a bounce out of here, right? This is like weekly OTE down here. It's got to have some kind of bounce inside of here, right? That's a year worth. It's almost a year's worth of consolidation. Yeah, yeah. At least it's like a half year of consolidation sitting. There's got to be some kind of. I would imagine even if Biddy's going lower, I would imagine you at least get a retrace here to some kind of premium at some point. But that's all. That's all I would be looking at. But yeah, until like you get like a weekly swing point, I don't think I would touch Biddy unless you're like just dollar cost averaging in. Everybody loves Bitcoin, and then when it starts to dip, it just the world is ending, and it's going to zero, and then it goes right back to 120,000. And yes, Doc, I still have my original position at NAD 96,000. Might have to DCA at some point here. I'll DCA when we start turning around. It's like a good point for that I would be looking for on Biddy, like a long term hold. This goes for any long term holds. Like I would wait until we have like a daily swing like this, or I would wait for a daily swing like this, and then wait for that 4 hour like CISE, that 4 hour breaker to then confirm that this is a good daily swing. I wonder if there's like a 4 hour breaker inside of here, wherever that retrace was. I don't know. Doesn't really look like there was. This might have been one. But yeah, I would look for something like a 4 hour breaker off of a daily swing to confirm like price wants to go higher at that point. Other than that, I wouldn't touch this. Or wait for a week. Oh yeah, a weekly swing and wait for a daily order block to get long. But yeah. Okay, so let's watch NQ here. There is potential. I so like I wouldn't short anything right now. If I'm looking at short, I'm waiting for this high to go, right? That we know this high should go. Why? Because you swept the low, closes inside. I would not want to see this go right back down. I mean, can it? Yeah, absolutely. It happens a lot. It doesn't, but it doesn't fit my narrative for looking for a continuation short back down. When we just rejected off what the 9 o'clock lows, yeah. Kind of ugly, but you do have Well, you might get one here. You might get a 30-second breaker. See, so if we got this breaker off of like a 5-minute swing, that's something I might try here, like very very light because we are inside the end wog. But if we are in distribution, this should work. But I don't have that 5-minute confirmation. I always trade with some kind of 5-minute confirmation. In this case, a 5-minute confirmation would be this candle goes up, takes this high, closes inside, then gives me this 30-second breaker. Then I have a 5-minute swing point on my side, and then I have a 30-second breaker telling me a lower. Can this still work? Absolutely. But like I like to have that extra confirmation. Because why? Because like the way that I have back tested and seen like all these candles and what they do, I know this high can be ran, or we'll be back at some point to come get that high. So it just keeps me out of trouble. It looks like it might save me here. And there it is. All right, so now potentially we could try a short if you get this 5-minute swing. Again, we're in the end wog. Maybe it's like a micro trade if we get like a 30-second breaker here. 30-second breaker would have to be this. I'll look for a close below this. But still, you're looking at, well, I mean, honestly, if I would take this, it would be something like, I need to have a 5-minute close first, which we still need 2 minutes. And you're still looking at honestly, I'd probably just try to take this to a -4 at that point. The stop would have to be here. I've already got a 66-point stop. Yeah, it'd be like 1 micro and try to take it down to a -4. Hey, we'll give it a stab. We'll give it a stab. I just don't want to see it obviously take the low. I don't care about like if it bounces off of 50 here. We still got a minute. Maybe we chop around for a minute, stab the breaker, and then we can try a short. Be about $120 risk. Right, yeah, we still got a minute to wait though. You got a 1-minute breaker now as well. KC, do you see the breaker? Where's the breaker at, KC? What would you consider the breaker here? I know you this one's for you on the 1 minute. All right. If you're busy, don't worry about it. I just know you were trying to see breakers better, so I figured if I just put you on the spot, it's the best way to learn. God, I'm not a huge fan of this, but let's try. Did we get a 5-minute swing? We are gonna get a 5-minute swing. God, I'm not a huge fan of this. All right, let's try. I'm gonna try 1 micro going short, if I can get in here, and then we're just gonna put a stop at the high. Like I said, we're in the end wog. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Might get wrecked. 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 Might be the fastest 120. I've lost $120 a lot faster before. All right, so I'm out there. I think I'm out. Did it take me out? Oh, it didn't stop me out there. Oh, M&Q didn't hit it. I'm sure it will though. We'll just leave it. I thought the Rockies would be. Watch this thing double sweep. We might. I'll still count it as a loss though, even if it goes. Yes, didn't hit it. Oh my gosh! Wow, we might get lucky. Even if it goes, like I said, I'm still gonna if I put it on when I put it on if I put it on Twitter, which I probably will put it on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I will it'll be considered a loss. So we took that high. We do have the SMT there. We do have the SMT. That's crazy though. Like one MNQ is enough for anything in these conditions, especially with 50K accounts. Yeah, obviously we'll see if we can take out the low. Do we just go for the low here? The low, or like I said, the weekly low. Ooh, the rejection. This is probably a good spot to take some too. But so if we're in distribution, we should just continue. Let's just. Where's 2R sit? 2R sits at 465. Yeah, we're just gonna try to take it off. We're just gonna go for a 550. Basically, this the last low here, right before this weekly open. Basically, the low of the NWOG. So it looks something like this. It's not even a 1-to-1 with that. That's not even 1-to-1 R with that. That's all right. Whatever. Who got stopped there? I feel awful if you did. Honestly, no one should have been taking a mini there. So maybe you didn't get stopped out. If you're taking a mini there, you might be you might be crazy. Green is green. I mean, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes, yep. Not out of the woods yet, though. Not out of the woods yet. So let's go back to let's just make sense of our 5-minute candle. Let's see if we get a 5-minute double sweep here. 5-minute double sweep here, we should be good. A double sweep just means this, where you have two swipe the high, close back inside, and you have an SMT on this double sweep. Means we should continue down. We should continue down, yeah. But I just know if I go break, I know if I go break even here and don't take profit, like we're gonna if hitting the bottom where this weekly close is probably gonna be enough to send it up, 30 points to my break even. So I think I'll just take profit there, and we'll maybe look to re-engage if we get down to a -4. We'll take the lucky trade and call it. Obviously, it hasn't hit yet, but actually gonna move stops just above that high now. Now it's just now I don't care what happens. We're already what are we up on today? About $500. So while we're waiting, let's go check out ES. Let's see what ES did there. Oh, that's the hourly I was about to say. All right, so ES obviously did not get the 5-minute sweeps because of the SMT and you see have an SMT on this high twice now with ES. So ES is showing straight weakness. Yeah, so ES put in the 30-second breaker. Actually, it would be a 30-second breaker there, and then no, so ES already took that low again. That's why we're going to retrace. So I'm glad stops are just basically at break even now. So yeah, or just at that high. No worries either way. We'll wait for -4. Oh. Yeah, SMT. Yeah, ES took this low, so it's just starting to get a little messy now. Still good. Just happen to get a double sweep, which those are going to happen. I mean, those are you're going to have those double sweeps like that when you're trading like reversals like this. Obviously, this is more of a this is more of a continuation thing, but the one tick blessing, yeah, yeah, I sure did. This just only because if MNQ would have taken it, my stop was right there. My stop was right above the high. Just MNQ just did not take it. Sometimes, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes next time I won't get lucky, and then it'll go all the way down to my TV, and then we'll tilt right. All right, I'm going to actual break even now. All right, let's go back to NQ and watch the 5 minute. How did ES 5 minute close under yet? Okay, so ES already closed under on the 5 minutes. So yeah, ES this thing should just it should just keep on bleeding. But see how you got like the double SMT here, double SMT. I guess you swept this high twice. ES didn't touch it once, and NQ swipes and gives you a double sweep and closes back inside twice. And then I mean honestly, probably the best the best obviously, and obviously it's all hindsight. But like once you see this double sweep, then like in that's like your key that like you are safe to engage. Like you could sit here and be like, okay, I'm not gonna take the first double sweep, but that's why I like to wait for a breaker um to confirm that lower high is in. But if you get a double sweep like this, you almost don't need that breaker. It's like it's telling you that these lows should be the target. Like otherwise you should be closing over. But yeah, maybe, friend. Would want to see this Sibby hold. And then I'm going to get off this 30-second chart. Gotta break this SMT. Still holding ES or NQ will not take that low. But notice we're still not getting any body closes on the 30-second inside of that Sibby. Good sign for continuation shorts. Right, those bodies will tell you everything. Watch it swipe. Watch it swipe the low now, and NQ's gonna swipe the low, and NQ's and MNQ's not. Watch. All right. But besides that, this 5 minute close below. This 5 minute close below. So what we obviously should have went to that low. So now I'm just watching. So now we got a 5 minute sweep here. So I might be in trouble. I could be in trouble here. Not in trouble. It'll come back to break even. But because you had a swipe and close back inside with an SMT here, so you could have a little pump here. See, you can just start to anticipate that stuff. I think I'm just gonna take it here. I'm just gonna take it here. I'm content. Take the $80 and move on. Wait for a little better trade. I don't like that 5 minute swing because if we're just gonna start chopping inside this range here, I'll probably come back and hit break even. We're still respecting this 30-second civvy. Not my best trade of all time, not my favorite trade of all time, but we'll take the little chunk. Like I said, still respecting that civvy. Yes, still pushing down. Yes, still closing below its previous 5 minute lows. Remember, we just look at this on the hourly the same way we look at the 5 minute. Close below. I would expect ES to go back down and re-swipe and re-swipe and sweep this 5 minute low again. but I'm not gonna sit here and fight MNQ for 20 bucks. No, that we have what? It's only 10:30, so we got 11 o'clock coming up. It's gonna be a good candle to look for a potential continuation down. You're making big money. Uh, I mean, I'm green from Asia, London, and obviously that little play, but not incredibly green. I mean, I'm green. I'm green enough to where I could walk away, but if there's a good setup here, and it's 11 o'clock coming up. We're gonna take it. This was what was this 548 level? That was just that weekly open or that weekly close. Well, looks like we did good going getting out at break even there. So just you can anticipate a little retrace when you have SMT and you have a 5 minute candle that does not swipe this low and just closes back up inside here. It's, it's not the best thing you want to see, and looks like it was a good break. Looks like it was a good idea to close. It would have been a break even trade. Just little things like that you can watch when you're inside of a trade to know, like, might have some turbulence on the horizon. All right. Let's see if did the indicator mark that out. I gotta talk to trading views. Okay, so it did. Is Doc in here still? Doc's gone. No, Doc's here. Doc, I came up with a -4 strategy to kind of backtest -4 and souping it. Results are subpar so far. I'm not sure if it's taking all the right ones. It might be holding trades like through the open into the next day and stuff, but so far they're like subpar. It's like decent, but there's still a little drawdown. Whew, what a reversal. Yeah, it sure does. It definitely does. Not if you ask Steve though. That man's banking. He's banking on those mechanical subs. Those mechanical subscriptions. Yeah. He's banking on me to advertise it for him. That's what he's doing. I'm like, I'm just Leppyrd. I'm nobody. I'm just here to trade. Fran, you better not be in on that bot stuff. Yeah, I'm nobody. I'm just Leppyrd. I'm not here to trade. Here to actually trade. Oh, Steve. You yeah. That's Steve. Yeah. No, Fran was in Trade X's Discord. You're probably still in, aren't you? Are you still in there? So he was in there when the bot stuff was going on, Doc. So he knows all about Steve. You don't listen to him anymore? Okay. I was curious how he's doing. I left. Oh, I left a little while ago, and just he is nuts. I think. I can see that. I can see that. Dude, he just made stuff way too complicated. Yeah. Yeah. He might have to further do that. Yep, sure did. Making a fortune by taking yours. All right, I like that. I like that, doggo. I like that. All right, guys, not much here. Like I said, we'll probably just wait till 11. See how we close on the hourly here, and then go from there. If we close bearish down here like this, maybe we get a continuation off of 50% here, um, and look from there. Man, even a move up to like 75, and it's just a nice city with that level inside of there. But yeah, we'll go from there. And yeah, ES with a nice reversal too. The NMOG's doing work. Five-minute breaker? We do have a 5-minute breaker. Uh, 5-minute breaker on ES. Correct. Or okay, so we do not have a 5-minute breaker on ES. We have a 5-minute mitigation block on NQ. Mitigation block because it did not sweep. It did not sweep out the. It did not take a new low. No, that's fine. If you want to call it, I don't blame you. I mean, yeah, I mean it's still mitigation block breaker. It's the same damn thing. As long as as long as ES, as long as one has one and one has the other, then yeah, for sure. I can see where you're coming from. Where's 50 of this whole leg sit? It's probably a good spot to watch here. Basically back up to the 10 o'clock open at 7:55. But like, I'm not trying to get long here, right? It's 10:40, 10:43. Nothing I'm trying to get involved with in terms of longs, right? 10 o'clock open. We're already well past 30 after the hour. The move was already down. I doubt we're gonna have some kind of major reversal here. So it's there's no probability here. The best case here is this candle's probably done expanding, this hourly candle. So why would you want to get involved here? Wait for that new candle to open at 11 o'clock when a new expansion can occur, instead of sitting here getting into a trade at 10:45 where it's just going to chop until 11 o'clock anyway. Did we hit? Looks like we hit 50. No, we just missed 50 on that 5-minute candle. Remember, you can grade these 5-minute candles out the same way we do the hourly too, to look for continuation. It's the same thing. But I personally don't do that because you would have to go down to like the 30-second chart, and just a little too much. I'd rather sit back on the 1 hour. All right, so Biddy's still dumping. Let's go back to gold. Man, gold's gonna have a weird close if it closes like this. It's rejecting, right? Remember what I was saying about the open of these swing candles? Very, very sensitive, but it also is going to swipe previous 2 weeks low, three weeks of worth of lows and close back inside. I'd be leaning more bullish. That's if gold closes like this. Obviously, if it closes lower, we should go lower. But yeah, as of now, let's check out gold. Gold, we could get a short here. We could get a short. Remember, we do have the hourly swing here where we swept the low, close inside, but we have not put in that 5-minute breaker, right? We have not put anything bullish in here in here yet. Remember, with an hourly swing, you want a 5-minute breaker or a 5-minute CISD to confirm to the upside. I guess we got a little CISD here. That's not a very convincing close for me. So for me, how's gold gonna close? If gold wants to close basically, back down below these hourly lows at 11 o'clock, then sure, you can you can fib it out and do your little retrace, and then look for continuation lower going into 11 o'clock. That's if gold closes below that. I would not mind trying it. I hate shorting gold, but it could be a little bit cleaner. Could be because it's just not so low like what NQ is now. So right now there's just no, unless ES gave me some kind of, okay, so ES gave us a 5-minute swing here. So you got a little like, I don't know, like a body close SMT here. You're not gonna be able to get in anyway. But ES gave you the sign there. Let's see. Yeah, you really didn't get a good breaker on ES until here anyway. So nothing missed there. Nothing missed there. I would expect this to hold. We can just watch this going into 11 o'clock. I expect this to hold. If you even get back up there. Don't trade it. God, don't trade it. But close below the 1040 candle breaker. Are you talking? Yep, there you go. There you go, KC. That's your breaker. Yep. Remember, yeah, just think of a breaker as an inverse order block. Think of Dodgy and a damn inverse fair value gap, and just pin it on an order block, and it's most likely a breaker. Same damn thing. Yep, it is a uni now. It is a uni. Look at you guys. You guys know your PD arrays. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it's wait. Didn't know you could do that. Order filled. You should not have. Even if you're taking that, you should not be in there yet. You didn't even. This is something that a lot of like like a lot of quarterly theory people will they they'll look at this and be like, oh, that's a candle body closed SMT, which I guess it makes sense. But I guess if both are closing over, but if it's in line with your bias, I guess, I mean, sure. And as long as you get a breaker, you get. I think it's a good opportunity. No, not going over SSMT. It looks good in hindsight, but then no. You don't need it. You don't need it. I mean, people bank off of it. They do. At least what they show, they bank off of it. I don't know if they actually do, but because we know how this whole space is. But it's good marketing. I will say that. I can see why they. I don't know. I also just don't know enough about it. So yeah, we're gonna have a very, very, very bearish close on the hourly. I guess we've got 10 minutes yet, but did we get a 15-minute swing on ES as well? Yep. No. Yes, so we it didn't even get up into that Sibby. But yeah, it's a textbook breaker there, though. KC, textbook breaker. Then if you're looking at on ES, this was your textbook. I would say not like this is. It's a very clean looking breaker. I should say. Hey, let's test this out. I'm not entering a trade here. I'm not entering a trade. But we'll see if this holds. Because even this would be like, I don't even think this would be a 1-to-1. Would it? Yeah, it's gonna be like a 0.82R. There's nothing wrong with negative risk, but when that negative risk is like 15 points on ES though, you might want to be careful. Yep, we are between breakers. Yeah, so I guess I should cut this one pointed out. Just low. It's a low. For me anyway, it's a low quality time to be entering anything here. You're better off waiting for 11. Do I expect this breaker to hold? Yep, I expect this bearish one to hold. This bearish unicorn, but just because I expect it doesn't mean it's worth taking a trade worthy. The stops are just so damn big today. Volatility definitely kept up from Asia. And now you got like another breaker. I'm just gonna keep pointing all these breakers out, KC. NFP is tomorrow. That is correct. Yep. So now you got another unicorn down here, and now you're just kind of stuck in the middle here. I don't think it got rescheduled since the government's back open now. I don't think so. I might be wrong. I'm just assuming it's not because of the government reopened. I'm not sure. Um, is it still on Forex Factory? If it's still on Forex Factory, I believe I think I would go with that. It's not on Forex Factory, so maybe it's not. I am on a 30-second time frame. Yeah. All right. I like that reaction. Yeah, Bostic speaks tomorrow. Yeah. We do have the Michigan news tomorrow, which is always pretty it's a pretty it usually gives a good jolt of volatility. Oh, right now. Gotcha. Well, okay, I was gonna say we have FOMC members speaking that they're on the docket for tomorrow. But makes sense. Makes sense. Like I said, my guess is we don't sweep this hourly low on this 10 o'clock low until 11. Usually you'll see this where we just chop at the low. Sheesh. Just stab right through that unicorn's neck. So that's the other thing. Because if we're gonna sit here and chop, do you really want to be entering a trade here and just waiting? Right, because you got to anticipate if we're going to continue down. What's 11 o'clock going to do? We're probably going to be a little some move to the upside as well, but it is macro time, yeah. Which now that I'm like pay attention to like the hourly open stuff, it's like macro times don't make sense to me. I can see macro times from like my personal macro times are 00 to 15. Like that's a macro time that makes sense to me in terms of power of 3 and OHLC. I never understood the 10 minutes prior, except 350 gambling time, but yep, exactly. New candles all around. Picasso prints a new picture. So we'll get ready to fib this. We'll get ready to fib this thing out. It's just tough. Like we're at this NWOG can hold for a while, and like we could just chop the rest of the day inside this NWOG. But so 5 minutes, we'll see where we open up. 10 o'clock high or a sweep of 9 o'clock high would be a hell of a move up. If we went all the way back up to 9 o'clock high, I think we're going higher. Let's clear some of this out. We're just sitting between two breakers here on ES. Still expect the bearish one to work. Yeah. Yep. No, just entering here is just going to drive you nuts. It's just going to drive you nuts and lead to a little extra anxiety that you probably don't want. Because we're just going to we see this all the time. Like every time I stream, we'll chop here, we'll chop, and then it's like they're waiting for the new, this low is going to go, but they're going to wait until that new hourly candle forms to go and take it. So what's the point of sitting in here and chop, getting nervous because you're about, you're going 5, 10, 15 points in drawdown, and then you're getting nervous, and then you close, and then you're like, all right, I'm going long now, and then that's when bad shit happens. Just better off to wait. Wait until it's clear. Wait until that new hourly candle, and then get involved in the expansion of that new hourly candle, depending on which way the damn thing closed. It can be that simple. Yep, that's the plan here, Cash. That would be the plan. Look for some kind of manipulation up. Maybe we just go up and sweep these highs. We hit 50 again. It's setting up decent for a potential continuation short here. We open down here. Maybe we get a little manipulation up to 50. Maybe we take this high even, and then we get a little swing, and then we can try to get short inside of a breaker here. Continuation down to do a -4. That's the 11 o'clock plan. If it doesn't present itself, then we're out. Yeah, it's probably gonna chop here for another 2.5 minutes. Yep, probably Cocoa. Probably with the little Leppyrd jinx happens a lot. Rose, I'm still watching ES there. I remember just ES was a little cleaner here with that breaker, and it actually had the 5-minute swing. Here come the games before that hour, before that low. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All entering inside and entering at this time is just nothing but an anxiety driver that you do not need to put on yourself. It's not worth it. Take it from all my experience and the accounts I've blown trying to trade inside of this time frame. It's just not worth it. No, I mean if you're short from the breaker, you really don't care. Right, you know, you're entering up here. You're not trying to chase shorts down here. I'm talking about the ones that are like trying to enter here just to chase the low. The 1 minute ES breakers. Yeah, I was just I was watching the 30-second ones just because of the 5-minute swing. I like to go from the 30-second breakers with a paired with the 1 minute. But the 1 minute looks good too. No, it's basically the same. It's basically the same thing. Yep. Yep, it's all it is. Just chop between the breakers. Yeah, the 1 minute breaker is basically the same thing as at least the bearish one is the 1 minute is also the 30-second, which makes sense. Yeah. All right, new hour. That's where we also got to be careful, right? Because if we're running downside here, we might have a little more manipulation to the upside here. All right, later, Fran. Yep, exactly. Compound. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Yep. This is where I missed the whole down move here. Okay, let me just try to get a quick short here and chase low just to scratch that dopamine hit, just to get that dopamine hit, so I feel better about myself and get green. Well, instead of getting green, you're getting gone. So the 1 minute inverse to the lows. Oh, yep. Inverse, yeah. They're good when they're at their certain spots. The only time I like an inverse is when there's a BPR involved. All right, so this is what we kind of want to see, right? We had a little 10 o'clock open here. We open at about 25 50%, which is something we kind of talked about yesterday. We talked about where if we open the candle, if we're expecting lower, can we anticipate a? It's something I don't know. Just something that I thought about yesterday. If we open up around 25 or 50% of that hourly candle, and we're expecting a continuation, it didn't close back up inside this candle. Can we expect an expansion candle like price is closing up here already, so it's up here ready to go at 25%, and then it can just start dumping right away. Just something I thought about. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but something that might be interesting to a back test because it happened yesterday, but but if that's the case, we're just gonna put in a small wick here. Maybe we get up to 50 and tag 50 of that 10 o'clock range, but your 10 o'clock low should be a target. Why? Because it closed below. So if this is the 5-minute chart, I'm expecting price to come back to this low, right? But I gotta have some kind of order flow telling me that's the case. Yeah, still hanging on to that bearish breaker, which honestly probably still holds. Then it just puts in a wick here, and then you have continuation down. Which makes me think if we get a 30-second breaker here off of this, might be something worth trying. This ain't the cleanest breaker, but it might work. It's gonna be too early, but I mean, if we're gonna have expansion down, this could be it. Still a huge stop. Five-second breaker and the 1-minute breaker. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was debating. So there's your 30-second breaker. We probably just missed the move. But maybe. It's starting to just get choppy, to be honest. It's just so damn early. Like the hourly candle just opened. It's like, but I guess I mean if we're going to expand, it's going to be quick. See, the problem is here we also got we got a 30-second breaker, but we don't have the 5-minute swing yet. But looks like we're gonna get it though. ES is gonna deliver that low now. All right, so this 5-minute candle is now closed. So now I think 50% is a retest of that breaker. That's a yes. Where's this 5-minute candle? 5-minute candle fib it out. 50% is also yep, it is a stone wall. That it is. I don't think we're gonna get a retest of it. Just had to enter on that retest of the breaker. It seems. Let's see though. I just don't want to be entering in chop here. It's starting to this 5 minutes starting to look pretty disgusting. Mm. It's just not clean and obvious right now. There'll be much better setups later on. Maybe not today, but uh, that's also something to watch out for. Well, we're not gonna get it. Yep, sure is, CD. It sure is. I mean, we're going down. We're gonna go take all these lows. Just a matter of how are we going to deliver to them. Do we put in? Yeah, there's no 1 minute. You got a 5 minute swing. So if you're looking at this 5 minute chart, yeah, you're holding 25% there. Just gonna go. Just had to got to start taking breakers when you're going to anticipate a 5 minute swing. But I don't want to. I'm not gonna break my rules just because of that. Like I'd like to wait for that 5 minute swing to happen, and then the retrace. If it happens to go fast, it happens to go fast. Um, and that's all right. The big thing, the big thing here is, yeah, right, Doc, right. The big thing here is watching it play out though. 5 minute swing on the first 5 minute swing on ES. That breaker just breaker unicorn is holding like a stone wall, as Cobalt said. And then obviously 10 o'clock low is going to get swept here. We already know that. Uh, and this looks like it's going to be your hourly manipulation. Just these wicks above the open here. Make a little manipulation higher. Down we go. Just don't be chasing here, because hold back, hold back. YM took low day. All right. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, we are down. -4 would be, well, -4 is in the 300s. That'd be an 800 point drop today if we got down to -4. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It seems like accumulation here before another leg down. But I mean, it's a pretty a good sized move down. I mean, NQ can do anything though. We've seen massive days, but that's dirty. Dirty, dirty. Now I'm glad I'm not in this. That would have just made me so mad. Oh man. Hopefully you didn't get shook out. We're still gonna go take that low. Man, that's NQ lately though. You can't chase. If you chase, you will get wrecked. Yes, took the low. I'm showing equal lows on yes. Oh, micro ES. Okay, makes sense. Spy. Yeah, I mean, we've seen that be an issue in the past where QQQ takes a low too, and NQ starts reversing. We have seen that in the past, but like I said, we should still go take the low here. What did NG end up doing? NG dump back. Nice. How did gold close? Gold closed. Oh, still just messy hourly candles there on gold. Still no low. I'm sure. It NG pumped so much over that winter storm, and now it's giving it all back. I guess it's not really giving it all back, but it has cooled off now. Man, if NG would have retraced here, just no retrace. Nope, not at all. Nope. It's like when all the prices went up from COVID and stuff, it's like nothing ever came back down to where it was. Can we take it this time? I probably just jinxed it. Who's all short? Who's all short? Oh, you're still in KC? Where'd you enter KC? Oh, don't tell me you chased. Oh, nice. Okay. So you took the breaker. Nice, nice, nice. All right, there we go. Boom! Who took that on ES? Who took that? I'm just kidding. I didn't take it. But slow, 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 ugly delivery, but you still see it works off of that 5-minute swing up there. Right here. This is where that breaker formed. Remember, you're looking for a swing to form, and then you're looking for a breaker to get short. Obviously, we had the same thing happen on NQ here. Holy pump! But same thing happened here. We just got the breaker too early. Like the 5-minute candle closed 11:05. The 11:04:30 candle closed here. So like if I'm trying to short, I'm looking for a retrace back to this breaker, but before I'm getting short to this low. We just never got back up there. What a pump! This feels like something where we're just gonna, yeah, no expansion down there. We just got model. Are we about to get the hourly model right here? Up to 50? What if that was our hourly manipulation? It is 11:15. 11:15 reversal. Now we have distribution to the upside, and our hourly wicks can be down here. Possible. But honestly, it just feels like we're just gonna start chopping inside of here still again. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's not gonna be anything too good anymore. But you guys got to see some of it played out. Yeah, the short that I took was a little messy. Obviously, it worked out because of MNQ. Same concept though. It did just run the high again though, and then delivered. But actually, no, it actually ran back to what would have been break even. But yeah, uh, let's see. Thing is pumping. 120 points, just like that, in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Actually, yeah, yep. And that's a tough soup. That's a tough soup, just because of how bearish it seems out there. And there's no SMT either. Like for a good soup, you want to have that SMT, and you just did not have it. All right, nice KC, nice trade, nice trade. Oh but yeah, I mean, a lot to learn today. So a lot of good stuff to watch. A lot of it, pretty much everything played out besides the one short that I took. Obviously, just decided to put in a 5 minute double sweep, which is going to happen. You're going to have that. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else really to go over now. Gold. Yeah, I said gold hourly is messy. The only thing I could see would be NG coming back up to like 25, but now time's getting away from us. We're already at 11:18. I don't want to be trying to short off 25 or 50 at 30 after the hour. Because then I'm likely fading distribution. So we'll see what happens at 50 here. See how we react at 50. Where's our hourly open at? Because now we're gonna have a 5 minute close back through the hourly open as well, which is a pretty bullish sign. And you just put in a 5 minute breaker here. So, oh, you're going to put, yeah, if it closes, of course. So like if you get so I would consider, I would consider this the breaker, these two up candles. Uh so like if this 5 minute candle closes and like pumps up more and then the hourly closes still like this, I think any kind of long inside of this breaker is good. But obviously it's already what, so it's 11:20, so it's breaker's probably going to be good anyway. At least to get you up to probably target 10 o'clock high. But it's something I'm interested in trading now. um how would you know the low of day would be in? So for me personally, low of day or high of day is in with a 4 hour low or high, and then with a 15-minute order block. So it's basically the same concept. I look at here. So I look at so like I like to look at the hourly and then go to a 5 minute order block to like say, okay, we're gonna have a decent hourly reversal here. So like it's kind of what I took on London. Like I don't expect this high to go today. I expect this to be the high. Simply because you put in, so you have so like on the I combine my higher time frames, right? Or I go 5 minute 30 second is a pair, 15 minute 1 minute, 30 minute 3 minute, hourly 5 minute, and then the 4 hour 15 minute. If I'm getting a 15-minute breaker or a 15-minute CISD after a 4 hour sweep like this, I am not expecting price to come back to that candle's high. So it's basically looking at like the 5 minute 30 second where I don't expect that high to go, but just on the higher time frame, if that makes sense. Because so it's like inside of here, inside this 4 hour candle, you go down here and I see, what do I see? I see a 15-minute breaker sitting here. And this was the breaker that I actually shorted this morning. In it was a 5 minute though, but you see like this, a 15-minute breaker that forms after a 4 hour swing gets put in is usually a good sign that that lower at that lower high is a safe. Yep. Same thing with the 5 minute 30 second. You just go to a higher time frame that aligns you, that tells you like, for a daily lower high. or low of day or high of day. That was like this morning. I'm like, okay, I see a 4 hour swing here, and then I see that 5 minute breaker that I took inside of here. If I know this has a chance at I get a small 4 hour swing, like if I get like a small if I get a good swing, like what this 4 hour looks like here. If this turns into a loss, that's okay because I know that if I get a swing like this, and I'm already bearish on the daily because of how this is where your daily closed yesterday. Um, I'm already expecting downside. So if I can get a 4 hour swing in London, which is what Asia London, I'm expecting manipulation. So if I get a 4 hour swing during London like this, go in the opposite direction with a 15 minute, I'm not expecting that high to go anymore. Because why? I'm expecting this to be your daily manipulation wick. I'm expecting this to be like the wick of your daily candle. Does that make sense? Essentially, just yeah, 4 hour to 15 minute, and yeah, and then just and then of course aligning it with time helps. You get a 4 hour swing in London or Asia, and you start reversing. You get a 15 minute. You're probably not coming back to that high or low anytime soon. Which is just broken down into you got a nice five. There's a nice 5 minute unicorn here. I do like the timing of this. I do like the time. The thing I don't like is we took the hourly low, so I don't like this is okay. Like I would not try to long this 5 minute breaker if this low wouldn't was if this low wasn't swept. So what I'm gonna do here, A1, is I'll stick around. I'm not just gonna buy it because I don't want to have a. I mean, my stop would be like 100 points. I'm just gonna trade it like I would just the lower time frame. Can we get a 5 minute inside of it? Preferably closes back above it, and maybe there's like a 30-second breaker in here. And then guess what? My stop is just the the ITL inside of there instead of a stop all the way down here. So what I just explained on the higher time frame, so 4 hour 50 minute, the same thing here. Just we'll go to a 5 minute, 30-second, and then our stop will just be at the end of this low. Because if we get a breaker if we get a 30-second breaker out of a 5 minute out of a 5 minute uni, it should be a good trade, right? Yeah. And then you do have your 5 minute CISD sits a little bit lower right here. Remember, your CIC is just a combination of candles. It usually aligns with your wherever your breaker is too for the most part. That's why I say a breaker CISD, whatever looks better for you, whatever you see more clear on the chart. You can go with CISD, which is just basically a body close above the body, the highest body of those three down candles, or the breaker, whatever tickles your fancy. Best case, you get down to the CISD, and then you get the best of both worlds. But it looks like you might not come back here. So like this is where maybe we can anticipate that we're already gonna get that hourly swing, because just the timing right now just looks good, right? You made a 5 minute BISI back through the hourly open, which this is also so that CISD is also your hourly open. So that's even better. So if you get a dip down here, you're longing a 5 minute unicorn with a CISD right at the hourly open. I don't think that's a bad trade at all. You got a lot going on your side there, and then you're also trading on side of what the hourly candle is. Because if it's gonna be 11:30 here, I wouldn't expect price to smash back down through the hourly open. Can it? Yep. But I think that's a decent trade. It kind of looks like it would kind of look like that gold trade from 2 days ago. Not that one. That one was good yesterday. A1, the one we paper traded. It delivered 50, I should say. It delivered 50, and then it came back. But where was it? This one. So it's basically the same thing. This is the gold trade from 2 days ago. If you guys, I put it on Twitter, but this was your basically your 5 minute breaker here. This was your CIST. It just reminds me of with how this trade looks here. It's even got the three candle pattern. This was also what? This is also your hourly open was right. Your hourly open was right here. It's just a little bit lower here. So you hit your hourly open, CISD breaker, all in a one. Off you go. And then, but the good the bet the this one was a little bit better because you already had the hourly close though. So we had the where's the hourly? It was right here. So this was how the hourly looked. The hourly had already swept this previous low and closed back inside. So this was more of a return to the breaker after closing back inside. We returned to the breaker here. This just pumped past the breaker, then 3 o'clock opened and gave us that dip inside of it. So that's why I said, I personally like to wait, but I still think like if this comes back here, it's still a good trade because if you go back to that gold trade, you'll see. Go back to the gold trade, you'll see it's kind of doing what NQ is doing right now. Pumps past it, comes back for it later, and then you go. It's a whole new hour, but we comes back to it and we could still get along from it later potentially. There's 50 back up. Yep. Looks like 10 o'clock high is on the menu here. Is there any good? There's nothing in terms of like an inverse or anything. Really, it just was the 5 minute close, but ES closed below, so you kind of had like they call candle body close SMT, but we're at pretty decent PA throughout the night and this morning. Obviously, it's a little volatile, but I think NG did come up a little bit. Well, how's NG 5 minute look? Oh, I don't like the NG put in this 5 minute breaker. But what's gold doing? Gold's still just chopping in the hourly. Yeah, so for me personally, like I'll have an alert set at that breaker for NQ, and we'll see if we can get a dip inside of it. It might be a slow one where we we potentially slow down here. Maybe we take 10 o'clock high. Prefer that we don't. Best case we 15 is going to inverse. Okay, there goes 10 o'clock high. But I still think it's a good. Still think it's a good chance for a long setup if we get back down to that. Then you could target whatever, like we might take 10 o'clock high here and then reverse down back down to it. Let's see how this 5 minute closes with that 10 o'clock high. Yep, sure is. So NQ is here as well. Now we inverse to 15. Again, the problem with like this long in this 15-minute inverse now is you're just still stuck. You're back up into this consolidation here. It's probably an hourly, yeah. So it goes 10 o'clock high. All right, so in terms of 4 hour, what am I gonna be watching? This would be a very, very, very good bullish 4 hour close. That's you guys should obviously already see that. Actually, actually, this would be interesting. Low a day might be in. It might be in. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? You get a cookie if you're the first one to say it. Yes, we hit the city. We hit 10 o'clock high. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. So you got a new og fill. I mean, you guys are both. Yeah, your guys' answer combined is basically the answer. Yep. There you go. There you go, sweaty. You get a 4 hours. If this turn you get a 4 hour swing, and now and now you're getting like a 15-minute breaker. This is your 15-minute CISD out of it. I would venture to guess that's a low of day. Be a good experiment. It'll be a good experiment. We'll come back later and see. A third of a cookie. Yeah, there you go. So with that 15-minute, it makes me think this if retrace this breaker's really really good then. I said I really don't want to short now. We'll see how we close with this 10 o'clock open. But I really wouldn't want to short now, right? It's already past. So what 11:33, and we've already had manipulation below the. We've already had manipulation below and put in the hourly wick below. So are we really going to reverse, come all the way back down, and take that low? Probably not. This is likely your candle, right? This will be your wick. This will be your body, and then wherever we close, obviously, and then we assess the new hourly candle. But with that 50-minute there, that makes sense that low day is probably in. On a normal day, you'd be like, yeah, we're 300 points from a low day. Yeah, of course, low days is in, but that's how we can anticipate. Probably there's just no way to enter this right now. Like, not getting any kind of retrace. Hidalgo, have you taken any trades? Have you taken any trades since open? Good freaking answer. Good answer. You haven't CV? Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been like for me, like I said, just that 30-second. Obviously, I wish I took that one, the one that delivered us back on a 10 o'clock low. But that's all. I mean, it's obviously it's hindsight, and I didn't have my 5-minute close. So I mean, that's my rule. I didn't have a 5-minute confirmation until I backtest more. Then I can maybe change my trading plan where I can start anticipating that a 5-minute swing is going to form and that breaker is going to hold. So, but I haven't backtested enough to logically change my trading plan. All right, I was making sure, Doggo. I was testing you, and you gave me the right answer. Hidalgo sent me a text at 8:25, which is 9:35 Eastern time, and he said, "I am locked up for the day. I'm not trading anymore." It's a good test. It was a good test. So good answer. It better be the true answer. You better not be lying. I use TradeZella. Yes, I have TradeZella simply for the back testing software. So you got a bullish 5-minute close so far on ES and on NQ. So nothing says to short this. God, I would love us just to chop here for another 20 minutes. Give us a little dip to the breaker at noon, and then we can get long. No, do not. I am not affiliated with Trades. Tuesday's 11 a.m. high to low a day. The way bounce is okay. Yeah, so we might be. Which it's still a surprise, right? Our 30-second candle was. It's no surprise that we're not going to see a -4 today, unless something crazy happens. Yeah, so our 30-second candle was 770 to, yeah, almost an 80-point candle, which means -4 had to be what, 320 points away on either direction. So makes sense to do it. So right now I'm just watching. Like I would not want to short even if I was trying to short. Obviously I'm not going to short, but I would not want to short here, simply because we have not swept this 5-minute high, and ES has. So you have a little SMT on that high. Be interesting to see if we put in a breaker here. So your CISD on the 30-second would be here, as well as your breaker. I guess I'll just go with the whole thing. I would go with the lower low set of lows here. Just basically below that would be like my 30-second breaker. We'll see if we make it. If we do, we might get a little 50% pullback, and then this could be like you setting up your high close. So open, low, high, and then you have a little pullback, a little close. But if we fail to make a breaker, then that just tells you you shouldn't be shorting yet. Wait for that market structure shift. It's all breaker is. That's all it is. Crypto is getting slaughtered. It is. It is. It is. It's bitty. Yeah, it's still under 68. XRP's $1.29. Is Marshall in here? No, he's not in here. I'm slandering breakers. Yeah. Right. Anybody have any questions about anything? Anything? Gold would have a little interest to me if we close over that 10 a.m. candle on the hourly. That's the only. That's all I'd really have interest in. If that closed, then I could look for a continuation model play off of that. Fib this out. You do have, like I said, you have an hourly swing here. So if gold gave us a 5-minute breaker, it still hasn't given us a. It's an ugly breaker. That's an ugly breaker. But slandering breakers. This would be your 5-minute off that hour, which I guess you did. You technically got a 5-minute breaker off of that hourly swing there. So this would be something to watch. See if gold comes back and gives you an entry inside of there. Actually, I'll set it in alert there. That could be a good spot. Again, gold's still. I remember when I was trading, like when I started trading gold, it was like anywhere from 1,700 to like 2,200 in ounce, and like it was like 5 to 10 points a day was like a great move, and now it's this. But I guess price has doubled. It's more than doubled since then. So it makes sense to have a little bigger moves in terms of like percentage points. Top Step was my favorite until the whole December thing. I haven't used them since. I just don't like the way they went about that December thing. They have royally screwed a lot of people. That was too good. Yeah. Like I remember taking ES inverses for like 2 or 3 points, and that was like and that was damn good. But Dang, so we just put the 30-second breaker in. And ES gave us a 5-minute swing here, so you got with the SMT, you might have a little pullback here. Like I said, again, nothing I'm looking to short. Just because of time. Yeah, that's the crazy thing to me. Yeah. The last time I traded SPY, it was in the like 3 to 400s. I remember the big dip when QQQ went to like 290. I was like, holy cow. And now it's like 600. Yeah. 700. I don't even know what it's at. What is it at? Yeah, 600. Crazy. Did get lucky though. Did get very lucky in that dip. Wizard and I's grandma passed away, and she left us with an inheritance, and we both just went we both just went deep into VTI. I think right around 190 right around 190 we got in. It was we just got gifted. We got gifted. Yeah, like we got in like down here. So set us up nicely, at least for retirement someday. Nope. Nope. Bought a house, and then the rest went to savings. Yep, or not to savings. Savings is a good way to lose money. All right, so let's see if this. We'll just watch this. Watch ES here. ES put in that 5-minute swing here. So if I was looking to get short ES, I'm looking to get short right around the open of this candle. I'm expecting this high to hold. Maybe you can target like 50% back down of this whole swing. Like if I'm looking at short though, I want to see, I want to see this swing put in at like, 10 after the hour, 15 after the hour, this to be your hourly manipulation and then go. Like I'm not expecting like a big expansion move here. You're in off that Wixie. Nice, nice. Doc's favorite spot. Is it cool? Yeah, I mean, makes sense. It makes sense. NG might be that same way. Speaking of NG, I need to go look. Don't mind me for a second. I've been backtesting something with NG's 30-second opening candle, like with -4. We got to test it out today. I thought I was onto something because it worked like for a week straight. So I gotta I'm just gonna keep watching it now because I haven't had time to actually backtest. Let's try this. Let's try this. My 30-second OR. And I need it to go the other way. It worked today. So what I'm watching for on NG, it's been working crazily good lately. Basically, 30-second opening range candle, basically like the -4, what we do for -4. And I'm looking for -2, a stop at -3, potentially 3.5. So that way it could bounce off 3. Like I said, I haven't backtested it enough. And then I'm looking for it to go back into the opening range. This happens almost every single day. At least for NG. Yesterday the candle was like this little guy, so it went to like -9 for it reversed. But usually when it's a decent sized candle like that, -2 and reversal back to the original range is pretty damn good. But like I said, I haven't backtested enough. Don't go trading it. But nice, getting a little pullback here. 5-minute kind of told us that with the SMT on NQ and ES. Nice short, Sleddy. Nice short. What are you targeting? 50? We're probably gonna go back down to this breaker. The breaker is probably a good target here. But I mean, my first target would be 50. No, so 50 is the breaker. So I mean, there you go. Granted, if you got in at Wick CE, look how price respected that 5-minute candle's open right there. Again, that and Wick CE, very, very, very sensitive levels. So you shorted ES, sweaty. So ES 50 takes you to 68.26. It makes you a G, yeah. I see what you did there, Doc. I see what you did. I see what you did. I see what you did. Depends on your sizing, but you'll probably make a G. Yeah, you want to see it crush through at 25% here. You want to see it crush through the premium of this dealing range here. So this is a good example of a dealing range, right? You sweep low, take a high. This is the true dealing range as ICT teaches it. Stop or win. There you go. There you go. No break even. I like it. Remember, you should only go to break even when it will invalidate your trade setup from going where you intended it to go. It's the only time you should ever go break even. Like this morning when I closed out of that one MNQ. Closed out because why? We got a 5-minute swing the other direction. So I was anticipating some kind of a reversal there, which we got. You're short ES. I mean that's great RR there. So your RR is looking like, oh, you're short NQ. Yep. This is setting up nicely. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. This is good timing for this. So you're gonna have an hourly swing with a nice, healthy looking 5-minute breaker down here, and you're gonna have 11. You're gonna have 12 o'clock open right here for maybe a little manipulation, and off you go. Let's see if that. Let's see. I was gonna get off stream, but now I gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch it anyway, so I might as well hang out. Yep. Open low. That's what we want to see. You want to see this 5-minute close below 25% here. Do you not want to see us hold that level? You do not want to see us hold that level, and you do not want to see us close back inside this 5-minute candle here. You want to see some expansion down here. Doesn't mean you close the trade, but just means it's taking its sweet time for you. Whew. Almost a double sweep there, Sweaty. It's a healthy looking 5-minute candle, I can't lie. Should have taken your 2 hour and been happy with it. Right. All right, so let's go back to NG. Let's look at the hourly. How's this hourly going to close? What is that? Oh, it's okay. That was the open. That's a weird candle. All right. There we go. There we go. I like this on NG. I like this a lot, actually. It's almost the same setup as NQ here. Just NG. Don't get it confused. And NG already tapped that breaker, though. Remember, this was the breaker we pointed out. See, so this is where, like, you're making a 5-minute breaker after sweeping an hourly low. Maybe that's when you can anticipate that you're going to get that hourly swing, because this would have been your retest. So the breaker's already been retested now. And it should, yeah, it's obviously going to run that 10 o'clock high. And there goes NQ back to the highs. You say, oh, never mind. You said crack. I thought you said quack, as in a duck. Well, no, I'm not. I is enticed. I was hoping we got the close down here so we could get a little move down to that breaker, but yep. And that's not an IFEG that you really want to be that you want to be, obviously just marking getting in there, right? Because your stops again huge. I mean, you could have entered the I mean, so it's gonna be hindsight. It's gonna be hindsight. But if you go back and look at it, like it can be hindsight here, but we can learn from it. Would be like, okay, I see. There's the 15-minute civvy. What does say the whole BPR? Um, whatever, something like that. Then you can still go to your lower time frame. Be like, okay, the 5 minute here. Okay, we get a, and you could have maybe taken something. Okay, we hit this Bissy. We get a 5 minute swing here. You could go to your lower time frame and look. There's a 30-second breaker sitting right here or right here. You could take this. You could take the 30-second breaker, and then your stops literally just as slow instead of the entire inverse fair value gap. That's how you can that's how you can get into like the moves like that. Especially when you see, you have this signature right here. Well, that closed below, so you expected this low to go, but then this one hits a higher. This 5 minute candle hits that higher time frame PD array, gives you a 5 minute swing, and makes a breaker. It's probably not a bad breaker to try. I mean, if you're expecting continuation. Like I said, I don't know if I personally would have taken it because I was hoping for 450. I know we like to come back for these breakers that are untapped. We'll probably come back at some point. ES is gone. I didn't realize ES was so far from 10 o'clock high. All right, gonna grab some water, and then we'll be back for the 12 o'clock open. It looks like it. It looks like it's sweaty. Looks like it. So 4 hour looks good. So let's see. I'm gonna venture to guess. Where does this 4 hour candle? Where's the open? So, because like, so when this 4-hour candle closes, I'm gonna look for something down to this open. Let's see if this open lines up. Okay, it just lines up there. I was hoping it was more near the breaker, but it's not going to be. The breaker is going to be like the what would be best case is you fib this wick out. That's a nice wick. That's a good wick where you can look for like 50% of that wick. Guarantee that breaker sitting right inside of there. Yeah. Oh my God, it's right at it. Even more confluence for you. Don't worry about it, sweaty. Don't. Just know if you take enough of those trades, there's gonna be some bangers in there. Yeah, it might just chop. It might. Gold? Look at that. Dang. Gold never came back for the breaker, but as soon as you finally got the breaker. Remember, this hourly swing here on this one never gave you a breaker. It never gave you a breaker, never gave you a CIST. This sweep did, and then you get that expansion. I'm really liking this potential NG play. So NG, say it closes like this, which it's likely to. We only got 2 minutes left. Where does 25% sit? Nothing real crazy. Just some 5-minute fair value gaps. 15-minute civvy, Bissy, sorry. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see if we get a dip first. All right, so let's see. Are we gonna have this? Would be a very, yeah, right. Would like to see this hourly close bullish here, just on NQ. Close above the previous high, sweep the low. Very bullish candle. The hourly should mean we push up to that. That ITH should be a great target if this closes bullish here. All right, so let's go fib out this entire candle and see where our 25s and our 50s sit. Like I said, I'm not expecting anything high probability here, but we'll see. But 50 basically takes us back down to the breaker. All right, 12 o'clock open. Yep, very clean. Just notice on gold's hourly, like you could tell it was wanting to reverse when it starts getting the wicks like this down here, and it's like the candle bodies are not wanting to close anywhere near those hourly lows. All right, later, Bam Tech. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. YouTube and Discord again. As long as nothing crazy happens overnight in the skies over the North American region, we'll be all right. So 5 minute swing with a 30 seconds, giving you a little. This would be like you're a unicorn here, but again, I'm not going to trade right at the open. But it's nice to see it hopefully deliver just some kind of manipulation here. Right now we have nothing above, right? And since we close bullish here, I expect this high to be a target after some kind of manipulation down, which we already hit the 15, right? Yeah, we already hit the 15. Gold closed super bullish. So we can look for a potential continuation model on this. 50, maybe even back to the breaker, would be back to OTE. That'd be a deep dig, but be something worth entertaining if it got there. Let me put an alert on gold, at least gold 50. Gold might be the easier play here because you're just looking for a little continuation model back to the hourly high. Right, you can target this 11 a.m. high should be an easy target for gold after some kind of manipulation to the downside first. Maybe off 50, we get like a 5-minute swing. Maybe something worth a trying. Down here, you get a little 5-minute swing. Maybe there's a breaker in there you could try back up to 11 a.m. high. That could be something. And then you're aligned with time and you have 5-minute confirmation the other way. Maybe the same thing for NQ. Kind of closed at a weird spot for my liking. What did ES do? ES did not close above. ES actually gave an hourly swing. Looks like it held that wick CE. No, didn't even hit that wick CE. What I would not want to see is I would not want to see a 5-minute breaker put in here on ES. Why would I not want to see a 5-minute breaker put in on ES here? Because ES gave us that hourly swing here. So this could tell us that this could be a good target back down, at least back down to the breaker here. Yep, nice short, Sweaty. Nice short. Let's go. I'm sorry. Sweaty, remember when I thought you were a woman? About a year ago. Dang, all I see is out of nowhere. I say that all at it goes from saying one person is typing to several people are typing immediately. Yeah, Daytona. Same thing for NQ. Could have a potential breaker to the downside here. Breaker to downside should mean that we're going to go to that breaker lower. But if this thing's going to stay bullish, I would not expect a breaker to be made here. I would expect to have like a reaction like this where we just kind of wick it. What would be the potential breaker, and then we just keep on flying, and then your manipulations in potentially. Come on, go a little bit deeper. So best case for gold is this candle comes back down, or this candle closes and then the next candle comes down, swipes these lows, closes back inside, and then there's a little breaker in here we can try to take. That's would be the A+ setup here for gold. And then you're aligned with time, 50% continuation model long. Right, I don't want to long gold without sweeping this low. I don't want to long gold with an expansion candle still in play here, a low still intact. Going back down to the 5-minute. All right, yeah, maybe. 50's all but guaranteed if this gives us a breaker here. But me personally, I don't want to fade I don't want to fade the hourly manipulation. Like I don't like the trade in the direction that the candle first moves in. Unless it's obvious that we have a wick up here and I'm expecting expansion down, then I'll get in. But like a slow move like this, I just don't trust that first move down because I'm expecting this to be your hourly wick, right? You're still at it looks like we're going down, but if you look at this, we're just still fighting right at the premium level of this dealing range. Like we're still just at 25%. Now, if we got a breaker, that would convince me. Obviously, 50, maybe the breaker lower. Because you shouldn't be making a breaker if you're bullish. Come on, gold. Give us another dippy dip. Another dippy dip, and then we get a nice reversal like 12.10, 12.15. Oops, I was muted. I wasn't saying anything anyway, but we did not get the breaker yet. Let's see if we get it here. Should I? Oh my god. So I see a lot of familiar faces in here from the good old days. Some new people. I like to see it. I like to see it. Welcome, welcome. Oh god. Oh, oh hell no. Server mute that fool. I'm just kidding. What up, doggo? What up? What up? Tell us a joke.
What's up, guys?
What up?
What y'all doing? Trading and making some money?
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, there's some good trades in there somewhere.
Maybe. Maybe. Hope for a little gold trade here.
Oh, you on the gold now, huh?
I mean, when there's a good setup, I'm all about gold. Yeah.
Man, I'm loading up on some XRP in a minute.
Oh my! I seen that $1.29. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, I think it's going to go to back to a dollar. I said, I guess a couple weeks ago, I think it'll go to $1.98, 95 cents.
I believe you because you called silver when it was 50. You said silver was going to 100 at 50.
Yeah, I did. And XRP, I think it's going to go down too to, about 97, somewhere around there. May do that. But I sold all my XRP, no joke, at 165.
Ooh.
And I'm getting back in at 120. So took my profit. Now I'm going to get back in.
This looks like a chart that's not ready to reverse anytime soon.
No, but I can't get the bottom, and I'm not going to get the top.
Right. That's
so I'm willing. The fib levels is really what I'm looking at. 115 is what I'm looking on the fib level, and so I think if it goes lower, it goes lower. But it's a long-term hold anyway,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, $1.06 makes sense. You get that lower weekly fair value gap, deep OTE. Yeah, I can see it.
Yep. So I'm hoping it'll drop. Just pick me up today, and I'll be. Sorry, my phone rang.
Nope, Mr. Important.
No, probably my wife.
Well, that's never good.
Oh yeah, it is. She's a lady. Oh man, no, I mean let's not man, you called that 5 minute out. I was looking. I don't know what made me wake up at that time or be up at that time. And you're like, dude, look at that 5 minute. I looked. I went, oh, daddy, it's gonna drop,
This-
and literally got in right at it.
You talking about the
I'm like,
short after London?
yes.
Yeah,
And I'm like, holy cow.
yeah,
So
that was that
it,
was
it
that was nice. It's a trade that I'm proud
oh,
of
it was
right
so
there.
nice.
That's a trade that I'm proud of.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, look at this, look at this. I'm like, look
Well,
at
I just I personally I never hold trades that long, but I was like, there's nothing else this thing's going to. It's got to go to previous day low. So I just snagged a micro and yeah, let her fly.
man. That was a good call,
Yeah,
dude. That
I
was a good call.
I was so confident. I entered, gave the phone to my kid, drove him to daycare, and then I came back and I see you screaming that we just dumped a ton. I'm like, all right, I know it hit.
Your kid's a better trader than I am.
The- Ugh.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Mhm. All right, let's
Dude,
see.
this is looking it's like a bloodbath, man.
It's looking, yeah. All right. Well, gold just gold just swept those lows. I'd like to see it down to 50. Yeah, gold. I want to see it down to this 15. Get a 5 minute tap out of that 15, and then a close back above it. Might be something worth giving a shot here. Did you watch the NASCAR race last night, Hidalgo? You're a NASCAR fan, aren't you?
No,
No.
I never
You sound like a
heard of
NASCAR
her.
fan. I'll give you that.
Who?
You sound like a NASCAR fan.
Oh yeah. No, I'm an inbreeder. I mean,
I'm an inbreed. Potentially BMAC, potentially. Yeah, I mean, low of week, high of week might be in. We'll see. It really depends. For me, high of week or low of week will depend on how this daily candle closes. If this daily candle closes above PDL, then yes, I think high. I think low of week is in, and then tomorrow we'll probably retrace. Well, actually, depends where TGIF sits. TGIF would take us to right now. Our TGIF levels would be about 914. Would be like the median of the range. You know, 20 to 25%, 20 to 30% is typically, which we might get back to that today. But like, I would not like just based off a candle close. You know, I would not expect this low to go tomorrow. Unless we go over and take PDH overnight and then we go all the way back down. That's the only way. But I would expect the next draw to be PDH. If this closes bullish tomorrow, this would PDH would be my draw tomorrow. And Tuesday high of week is definitely in for sure.
Oh my gosh, 2 more cents, man. Come on, baby.
2 more cents.
Yeah, it's 122 now.
Oh, okay.
Drop it.
I thought
Drop it.
I thought you were trading. I thought you were still waiting on NQ here, but let's check out. Let's actually go to the high of week. Was there on Tuesday or no? It was actually yeah. Really didn't have an hourly swing. Maybe ES did. ES probably did. There's probably where there's an SMT up there. Yeah. So ES gave the hourly swing. So you have an SMT up here on these highs. High of week for Tuesday, high of week, and I'm sure there's a freaking 15-minute breaker in there. Yeah. There's obviously going to be a breaker in there, right? If you have a move down like that, but yeah, so you can kind of see it there, 4 hour swing, which on Tuesday at 1 a.m. Look, this is the same pattern we had today. We had a 4 hour swing happen at 3 a.m. 15-minute breaker would have been right here. Look at that shit, dumperoni. You get a 4 hour swing it on in a London, forget about it. Forget about it. But yeah, that set up your high of week there with the SMT and that 4 hour swing. So that tracks. That makes sense. This thing's just chopping, which no surprise. I mean, it is Everyone's busy eating. What did gold? Did gold give us? Gold gave us a 5 minute swing here. I don't know if I trust it, but
I've never wanted 2 cents more in my life.
all right. We actually got a 30-second. We actually got a 30-second CISD here on gold. I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna take this, but I think this could work. It's only because it's a 5 minute swing that gave you a 30-second. That gave you a 30-second CISD here. There's a little breaker here too.
Are you looking at gold?
Yep, little breaker here too. Which
Gotcha. Okay.
there you go. That might be it. Yeah, that's the only reason I don't like it here, Cobalt. If we get this out of the 15, then this is something I think I would try. Be like 100. It'd be like $100 risk if you took this. More like about $100 risk. But I would like to see it coming out of there. But the timing's good. It's what? It's 11:18, 12:18, 11:18 my time. But yeah. You coming to PCB anytime soon, there, doggo?
Dude, I gotta get down there bad. I was supposed to go down this, like I said, this week, but it just things hit the fan, kind of.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I need to. It probably gonna be next week. I would think it'd be the first part of next week.
Yep. Okay.
But I'll be down. Be down there. We'll connect.
All right. All right. Wow.
Go down to the local. What was that tea we had? Local Long Island tea joint.
Oh yeah.
That was some stout tea, dude.
It was. That it was. What am I watching here? I wanted to look at. So yeah, so if you see here, yesterday London 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. candle also gave a 4 hour swing. And you see where we went. Basically, CE of this wick. Let's see if there's a breaker in there. Not really a clean one. Like, I guess you got Doc. Would you consider this a breaker? I mean, it looks good. I don't know if I would consider that a breaker, but like down here looks like a better breaker. Which my stop would still be at this high, and you had an SMT on that 4 hour high too. But no, Doc's not. Oh, Doc's still here. I don't know if he's listening though. Yeah, there you go. You get a 4 hour swing point between 2 and 6 a.m. Forget about it.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Uh-oh.
Hungry.
Let's go check out. There we go. NQ. Did gold. Okay, gold might come down for that 15. Good no trade there. But now we're kind of getting out of time. But yeah, we'll like I would want to see. It's got to be like this candle or the next 5 minute candle has to dig in there and then give us that same kind of close out of it. NG's respecting 50 there. Ooh. Okay, so NG. I watch it. Yeah, it moves the way it should when instead of like or NQ has these can be sloppy at times because of like it's just heavily manipulated compared to NG. Yeah, but NG a 5 minute swing off there. So let's see if there's a. That's still like an ugly. I think there's no clean, obvious breaker there, but we'll see if that holds.
We hungry.
We're hungry. Yeah, it's
getting that time.
It is that time. It is getting there.
Didn't you don't you fast? Didn't you say you fast?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Every now and then.
Fast the other day, man. It was great.
Hell yeah. You feel like a million bucks after. You can think clearly, and yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, well, I talked about it. I had to go to a doctor appointment. I was like, yeah. And the doctor's kind of heavy. And he goes, you actually didn't eat for 7 years. That's
Yeah,
uncommon. And then
I mean
it was like
it's
foreign to him. I'm like,
yeah.
you're
I
too
mean,
late. Like, it's one of the healthiest things you can do.
yeah, yeah. All right, gold hit that. Gold hit that, but I need to see gold back. I'd like to see gold back above this candle's low, close, and then yeah.
Are you
Otherwise, no
long or
interest.
short on gold?
I'm looking for a long, but I'm not getting it. If not, then I'm looking for gold to come down to this 5 minute breaker, and then we'll get a long off of there. Same thing for NQ. If NQ doesn't want to give us a long here, which we're running out of time this hour to get along. Like it's got to happen like now for NQ, and we haven't hit 50 yet. Did ES? ES didn't hit 50. ES is still not giving that breaker though. Look how ES is not getting that breaker. Same thing for NQ. Man, SMT down here, and you're gonna have. Oh, don't take off on me, NQ. Don't take off on me. I like this. I like this move for NQ. You got 30-second breaker. You got 1 minute breaker. You got CISD. Everything here. Yep. I think a retest down here like 771 can be good. I don't like this VI down here, but my stop would be at the SMT low. It'd be like a 50-point stop. But it would look something like this.
On the 3 minute, we got a devil's mark at the bottom.
Target that 11 a.m. high. Yeah.
But we're going to 20 right here. I hate to say it.
Okay.
Went past.
I just want to dip. I just want to dip so I can get in. I'm not. I don't think it's. Yeah, completely agree. We're going to 11 a.m. high. But yeah, same setup I was looking here for on gold though, right? You're looking for a 5 minute sweep, close, CISD breaker, off you go. But there's no retest here. No retest. I will still try along at 772 if we get there. But now we're crushing through the hourly open. So this is telling me that this is going to be your hourly wick. Your hourly manipulation, is at this time of the hourly candle. You put in your manipulation wick off of. I think it was like. Let's go to the hourly candle here. Looks like we held 50. I don't think we got the 50. Yeah, see here, boom, boom. You're looking for reverse. You're looking for continuation off of here. Why am I looking for continuation? Simply because the hourly candle closed bullish. I do not short when a candle closes above the previous hourly candle. I do not short. The only time I will short on rare occasions, it's only when we open at the high and I'm looking for a short down to 25% by itself, and that's it. Just because I know I'm getting in quick at the top of the hour, looking for a short to a 25% because I know we're looking for continuation. But yeah, it looks like we're not gonna have any kind of entry, just straight up. That's brutal. That's all right. It's cool. It's still cool to watch it play out. As soon as we get that, boom, there it is.
Good grief. I missed my daggum entry.
Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Hold on. We might be good on gold here. I'm gonna try this gold long if we can get down to 92. 92. I'm just gonna put an 82 stop on it. So it'd be a 100 point risk, $100 risk, if I can find my account here.
Were you getting in there?
MGC, that VI there, that 30-second VI on gold. Or it's actually more of a liquidity void. Basically at 91.8. I gotta get this contract loaded. MGC.
You don't think these candles are big, but they're huge.
They are. That's why I'm just risking one on gold here. Did we get down to it? Not yet. All right, so it's looking at something like this. Let's see if I can get this limit order in fast enough. I think this is worth a shot. Might get wrecked, but I don't think so. Off 50. Same thing is it won't let me input any. There we go. We should fill that void. Yeah, it's $107 risk going for it's almost a what? Almost a little over a 3.5, a little over 3.55 R. Kind of an ugly. Don't really have it. I guess that's the 1 minute. Yeah, it's kind of an ugly. There's no. It's not really a breaker here. You just kind of got like a little CISD sitting right here. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's worth a little risk here. Little lunch play.
So on these,
Oh, look at
'cause
NG.
I picked up.
Sorry. Oh, NG. No, you're good. Same thing I'm looking for NG here. Manipulation down to 50%. Go to your lower time frame. There's a little, like I said, a little breaker inside of here. CISD, boom, boom, boom. Same thing I'm looking for on gold here. Oh, I got tagged in. Let's go. Nice. All right. Well, I guess we'll see if it's nice. But yeah, we'll see if it's nice. So far the bottom tick's cool, but I'm sure gold will come back and mess around here. But
So on these are 50 Tradify accounts. I picked you up
yep,
last night.
yep.
How do you go about? Do you play them with macros?
I play them I play them with micros, and I allow myself one micro for every $500 of a drawdown that I have. All right, later, Hayes.
Okay.
Yep. So I usually have $2,000 of drawdown. You could trade with two because technically you have only $1,000 drawdown because of the DLL.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, the evals don't, but I for a funded, it's always max of 4
You're talking about
on the select account
yeah.
funded. Yeah,
Yeah, on the macros.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I just used one last night mini
Mm-hmm.
and just try to catch it on the optimal entry,
Yep.
and then it just kind of hit, and then just kind of went down, and then just gave me a little bit more grace there. So
Yep.
just kept playing it.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Nice. Yeah, so I'm looking for the same thing on gold that's happening on NG here. Just basically the 5 minute here. 5 minute off of the 11 a.m. 50%. Nice swing candle there. MGC's 30 seconds just a little more. It's just a little bit grosser, but more gross maybe. But then yeah, well, we missed the NQ play. That's they just did not get any kind of retrace there. That was the play. That was the play. Oh, there's Doc. I was wondering, Doc, if you would consider. We were looking at the 4 hour on if I think you're back, but I was looking at this 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. 4 hour yesterday on London, and like I was looking at this. I guess no, what was I looking at? This must have been a different day because this is a clean breaker. You'd brass one, yeah, you definitely do. Maybe it was ES. I was looking at dump it. Yeah, this is uh yeah, no, I would have considered that the breaker. Yeah, I don't know. I forget where it was now. Uh-oh, looks like MGC. Gold always looks like it's gonna dump, and then it'll just reverse out of nowhere too. But that you do, that you do. How'd the 15 close on gold? Yeah, you got a 15-minute swing too. So if we're bullish, I would expect this wick. I would expect the wick of this 15 to hold price. Basically risking the M and Q trade this morning here. Uh oh. Where is that? Where is that? Might have a stop filled here in a minute. And NG was the play. NG was the play. That's about one. You can only trade minis of NG, at least on Tradeify. And that's what is that? It's about $600 already there with a mini on natural gas. No, I don't like that devil's mark on gold, but we'll see. We'll see. So does not look pretty now. Now I want to see this breaker form. Really need to see this breaker form. I want to see it close back over here. That would be a nice little breaker, a little confirmation here. All right, let's check NQ. Yeah, there's nothing going on here. Just chop it up for lunch. But we did take 11 a.m. high. Did ES take 11 a.m. high? Yes, it did. So we'll see if there's no SMT. We cannot close over 11 a.m. high. Let's see if that means we actually push to a 50. As I said, I do want to keep this alert down here because I think if we get a PM trade down to this breaker, I still think it's good. Still think it's good. You can target whatever our hourly high is up here. What's our RTY doing? Ooh. Where are we at? 1236? 1236 and 1236, and I don't like that we're still below the hourly open, but this might be a go grab lunch and come back and see what happens kind of play. What's our 5 minute look like? 5 minutes still, yeah, it's like I said, I don't care about any of these inside candles right now on gold. The ones that matter to me, obviously, I'm already in a trade here, but like the only ones that matter to me are I want to see this out the previous candle that swept previous low or high. Right now, it's just inside, inside, inside. There's not much to make of any of these inside candles right now. Only long because of obviously 5 minute 50% gave a little swing here. Didn't really give the cleanest breaker or CISD entry. So just kind of just took the swing. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Go back to good old NQ. Dog, are you here still? Are you gone? Big broadening, yeah.
I'm here, man.
What up?
Just getting my lunch. Just getting my lunch ready.
What's for lunch? Tacos?
Huh?
What's for lunch? Tacos?
No, I mean we got some eggs, we got some Greek yogurt, we got some
Hell yeah.
strawberries,
Hell
and
yeah.
blueberries.
Hell yeah. Sounds
That's the way
delicious.
we gonna roll.
That's sounds like my daily diet right there.
Yeah, man. Eggs are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Give me this breaker, gold. Give me this breaker. Talk about a tease of a stop there. All right, give us the breaker. Breaker would be if we close over this 12:31 minute candle. We're not going to get it. At least on this candle. It could be a bad sign, though. Or we fail to make a breaker and then just push back down. Like I said, we're still trading. It's still a 15-minute swing, right? It's a 15-minute swing here. Which this is why I want to see that that 1 minute breaker formed. Right? I want to see with a 15-minute swing. I'll take a long with a 1 minute breaker. Right now, I really don't have a 1 minute breaker. Right, we failed to make the breaker there. That was first sign that this might come right back down. Now, if we got that 1 minute breaker, I would be, I would be like, okay, we got a 15-minute swing, a 1 minute breaker. We should have a nice move to the upside here. Doesn't mean we're not going to here. It just means we might have to wait for it or just wait and get stopped out. One of the two. This is how gold moves, though, when it starts to get slow. It'll look like it's going down, and then it'll just completely reverse out of nowhere, too, and go right back up. So you just got to set your stop, your TP, and just let her go. Let's see if we get the breaker here. Stops are definitely in a good spot if we get the breaker now. Would not want to see that 15-minute logo now that we got the 1 minute breaker. Looks solid. Where's 50% back up yet? That's where I'll go to break even when we hit 50 at 49.06. Let's go 49.05 in case there's a discrepancy between MGC and actually let's just set the alert on MGC. Actually, close enough. All right, back to NG or NQ. See, I told you don't get them confused, and I just did it. Yeah, this thing looks like nothing wants to happen here. Be interesting to see how does NQ close here. Do we get an hourly swing here? Does this close bearish? If it does, and then we get a 5-minute breaker to the downside, like the breaker we failed to get last time, which this could be a breaker. This could be your sign that we pushed lower, and then we go attack whatever 50% is. Right. All right. So this is now your 1 minute unicorn on gold. Really want to see price respect there. Yeah, so for NQ, it's really nothing for me until I see this hourly close here. Um, which it's kind of funny because it's shaping up to be that your 4 hour manipulation, your a 4 hour the 10 o'clock move that we had to the downside was your 4 o'clock manipulation. That's what formed your wick here, and now you're technically your 3 hours of distribution from 11 to 3 till 2 are going to be to the upside, right? Looks like MGC came back. Wow, holy cow! Almost, almost. This thing's begging to stop. It's begging to stop me. It's begging to stop me. I don't like those lows now. I don't like those lows now. We close back through the unicorn. Oh, gold just gotta let it go. It's gonna do weird things like this. Yeah. So if NQ closes like this, I would now want to look for longs. Right. I would now want to look for longs. I would be targeting. So basically, if we get the 5 minute breaker, if it this is the trade going into 1 o'clock. If we get the 1 minute, if we get the hourly swing here, and we get this 5 minute breaker, what what is my trade? I'm looking for 12 o'clock low. Should be your first target, and then maybe down to the breaker if you want to hold a runner. Problem is like you got to wait for this breaker to form, so you got to wait for here retest of it, and you're sitting about a 1 to 1, just over a little 1 to 1 risk here. But you got to wait for this breaker, and you got to wait for the retest. Problem is you're also sitting at it's an 80 point stop, 76 point stop, which is okay. I mean, you just got to take a you just got to keep it small, but that's only if you get the breaker. Must have the breaker. Now, if the hourly closes above 11 a.m., then there's no trade whatsoever. I mean, you could look for a continuation long if you want, but looks like we are. Yeah, yep. Oh, do we got? Okay, that might be that's a good thing to note there, Cobalt. Good thing to note there. Makes me want to TP just at 50. Take the little, take the little low hanging fruit here.
What was the note? I didn't see it.
What?
You said that was a good note. What was it?
Oh, there's I think a Bank of China speech. Is that what's going on? I don't, no, it's dark time. I don't know. A maybe it's not China. Probably sounds stupid as hell. There we go. There we go. There we go. We hit 50. We hit 50. God, I know as soon as I move my stop to break even, it's gonna come back for it. But I really wouldn't want to see it. I wouldn't want to see it back through that fair value gap. Any of that. What do we think, guys? Should we hold? Are we? Do we go for the 11 a.m. high, or do we just go for the hourly open? Which we're gonna have a new open here soon, but because I don't like longing through the hourly opens, right? I don't like trying to trade back through the hourly opens after a certain time. What does that make it? That makes it still makes it almost a 2 hour trade. Yeah, we'll see if we can get up to the open. We'll take it there. See if we get up to the open, lock in the 2R or a break even now. So we're riding free, riding free. The reason I'm doing that is because of time, right? Because so if this hourly closes bullish, which is just so gold is just going to be an hourly inside candle, so nothing I care about. So I still think that high goes then, but looks like break even's a possibility here off of 50. The alert was here. The alert was here. Rewind the stream. Rewind the stream. Let's see. The alert was right there. Rewind the stream to 12:28. it 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 tickled our pickle a few times down here. Looks like it's gonna be a break even trade, and 50 is gonna be it for now, which is fine, especially if this 5 minute closes like this. All right, Sweaty. Since you're asking where the alert was, um, what did I see? What made me take that? Tell me what made me take that. You should know this answer. All right, yeah. You look and then you tell me. Nice compound. Nice, 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 nice. Dang, we're gonna have a nice swing on NQ here. Oh, if this turns into a breaker, well, we got 4.5 minutes. As long as we don't deliver that, as long as I guess we could still put it in the low, but this would be like best case right here. What sucks is like this. I'll probably get stopped to break even, but this probably still delivers to 11 o'clock just in the next hour. What I'm worried about is what's probably going to happen is even if we open here, we're going to have probably some kind of little manipulation down, might tag me out, and then we'll have to do the distribution up to this candle. So like because this is an hourly inside candle, this high is still relevant to me, right? I don't care about inside candles. I'm worried about the previous candle that closed above or below or swiped the previous outside candle. So this one closed above. So my low hanging fruit target, not low hanging fruit, but like this should be my like intraday draw right now, essentially. What are you looking at there on A1? Oh, you're looking at the the triple sweep on the 11 o'clock. I gotcha. Yep. All right, so gold. This was it. You can already see 11 o'clock 50%. Look where the 5 minute hit. Right at 12:20. We get a 5 minute swing. All right. So then we go to the lower time frame, and I just seen this 30-second CISD sitting right here. Obviously, we almost got stopped, but I seen this gap, this liquidity void with the CISD, gave me a little like okay, if this thing wants to expand like that, that should be telling me that it wants to push here. So I just got in right there inside of that liquidity void. So essentially that plus it was a 15-minute sweep as well. So it was a 15-minute sweep here, and then well, you see the 15-minute sweep, and then this just happened as well. So the 15-minute sweep was down there, and then we just got the breaker on the 1 minute for gold as well. So yeah, it was a 15-minute sweep at 12:15, and then yeah, we made the breaker. And now we're just riding dirty at break even. Went to break even as soon as so first target was 50% of this range. Just went to break even at of that point. Original was obviously right at that swing low. Now the better trade was Natty Gas. If you look on Natty Gas, same concept. 5-minute swing off of 50%, closes back inside the range. You go to the lower time frame, and you have a nice little 30-second unicorn sitting here, and off you go. So both of those gave pretty nice lunch entries here. And then on NQ, I'm just watching. I'm watching to see if we get an hourly swing here. See if this closes like this. If we do, and then we get this 5-minute breaker, it should be a nice little 1 hour short to 12 o'clock low, and maybe you can hold a runner to down to the breaker if you feel like it. But it's like it's a little less than a 1 hour trade there. And gold is moving terrible right now. You're gonna log back in right now. I think. I mean, yeah, and we can see if we get a short there. If not, you got the breaker. You got the breaker. So we don't have the hourly close yet. But does this mean that we're already gonna go down to it? Can we anticipate that the hourly is going to close bearish now because of this breaker? Most likely, yes. And most likely, this is where we're going to. That should be an easy target. Especially with the way this looks up here. You have takes 11 a.m. high, closes inside, takes 11 a.m. high, closed inside. Not showing you, it's showing you pure weakness right here. Pure weakness. Oh, just take me out of my misery already, gold. Come on. Just got to go for 50% and I take those base hits. Especially with the new hour about to open, it's not looking good here. Not looking good. Just notice that same thing that we're seeing on NQ with the 11 a.m. high. Just 5-minute bodies completely. Yeah, so there's break even. Okay, I made 0.2 points, but 5-minute bodies are telling you the story here. Two times we failed to close over that 50%. So it's just 50, which is fine. I mean, when you're looking for trades like that off of, just a 5-minute swing like that, your low hanging fruit target is usually just 50%. But I'm gonna try to get short. What I'm hoping for here, um, what I'm hoping we get is this hourly swing closes, and then maybe we get a short, and maybe we get like a little manipulation up to here. So this is where the open of this candle is going to be. So I think, and it's also CE of that breaker. So we know the open is going to be a very sensitive spot. So to make this RR a lot better, I'm going to try a limit order sitting at 829.50. And then it takes it from, a negative R trade to over a 2R trade, just by being a little more picky on the entry. And then our stop is literally just going to be the hourly wick, which means I need to go higher, which means it's not going to be a 2R trade. It's still going to be a 2R trade. And if we don't get it, because what is this set up, right? If we're looking to expand and distribute down on the 2 o'clock, on the 1 o'clock candle, I want to see open here, manipulate up to that rejection block type, or just the open of that swing candle, and then guess what? I'm looking to get short 12 o'clock low. That's how you align time with what your candle buys are showing you. It's like, okay, I said this is fine. This is completely okay. Us down here right now. Now can we get some manipulation up? Give us a good entry, and then we're part of distribution. Good close on gold. Good close. NG was the play, though. Man, that thing's going to go right to the 11 a.m. high. It's all right. Love to see it, though. That's what I was hoping for on gold. At least you guys get to see that play out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow. I didn't realize ES a lot stronger here. But ES is also going to maybe ES is the better play here. ES is going to put in an hourly swing as well, but ES has a much higher breaker. It'd be about the same thing, honestly, if you're looking at trying to get short at that open on NQ, or if you're just trying to short ES here. You're still looking at, this is probably about a 1.5 hour trade, would be my guess. And it's about a 1 hour trade. Yeah. Yeah, so I'd still wait. Maybe it is about the same thing as NQ. All right, let me switch back to MNQ. I think it's worth a shot. All right, so where's my 11 o'clock? Where's my 12 o'clock open at? Or this is where my wick starts. This is these candles right here. The portion of these candles make up my 12 o'clock wick. So I'm trying to get short right here because I have a 5-minute breaker. Top of that high. Looking for a little before 12 o'clock low because it's MNQ. And now we're looking at a little 1.7 our trade here. We'll just take a micro because we're super green on the day, so we'll give it a little shot. What is it? About $100 risk. Going for 2.
It's a 1 to 2 ratio.
It's 1.7.
My phone's like 1.7K. You just doing one?
I'm just doing one. Just one MNQ. Not giving back profits today. But I think this is a decent trade. You got a 5-minute breaker with an hourly swing point. If this gets beat, then it gets beat. This is something I'll try every single time. With a nice little target down there at 12 o'clock. And the first move of the hourly candle is up.
I like it.
So we're hoping.
I like it.
Yep.
Order filled.
Order filled. Now race to our stop.
that just turned
Yep.
green for the day.
What happened?
The video
Oh, okay.
just turned green for the day.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Only $1 now. Don't get me wrong.
Oh.
It's just interesting that it retraced back up there.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. So well, we need the video to go back red so the short will work.
Oh, it will. Everybody else is red. It's not going to be only green today.
Now, how else, if you don't want to just enter here, how else can you enter this? You can wait for this 5-minute candle to close and then wait for a 5-minute sweep, take the high, and then wait for that 5-minute to close back in. And then you can look for like a 30-second breaker down. That you could do that too if you wanted, but I think for $100 risk, I think it's just worth getting in here rather than waiting for a swing and stressing out over all that when what told me we were going to give a little retrace there. This is just hindsight, but you see this. There's your little sweep close. Tells me what we should at least give 50% of this swing, which we did, which also lines up with 50% of the whole move, which is where we are entered. Remember, so if you look at it this way, this is where we know this is a sensitive spot, and we have an hourly swing for it. We want to get short inside of this wick. Remember, the sensitive spots, 50% of that wick and the open of that candle. Like if you go back and look at your 5-minute swings, look at this. Boom. Hits the open distribution. That's what we're looking for here. Right. Same thing here. 5-minute swing. Hits the open of that candle. Up she goes. We're just playing the odds here. We're trading, like I said, we got an hourly swing. We got a 5-minute breaker. Let her rip. Where's 50% sit? Oh yeah, we're basically right at 50%. There we go. And if we take this low, we'll move to break even because there should be no reason we have to come back all the way back up at that point. Actually, not break even, but stop to go just above this high. Right, because all we're trying to do here is get involved in what we think is going to be the hourly wick of this candle, right? The hourly swings telling us a pullback is a likely because we could not close above the previous hour's candle's high. So it's telling us that a pullback is likely, and then I lost my train of thought. And then we're just getting involved, like so. We want to get involved and we want to get short in what we expect to be the hourly wick of this brand new candle here, right? That's where we're trying to enter inside of that wick. And then we're hoping this is, so the candle opened down here, right? This is your hourly open. You're hoping for hourly manipulation and now distribution. That's what we're trying to catch here. We want to see it close back through that 1 p.m. open. We close back through that. We should be okay. Come get you first. How are you not in? It gave a beautiful entry for you. No, what do you mean? If you took more than one contract, this is definitely a good spot to trim. You're already 60 points in a profit here. Good Lord. Come get you first. Man, we already did. Unbelievable. I like this candle here. I really like this 5-minute candle. I really like this. I like it enough to where I'm going to move my stops to above this candle's high. Why? I have a 5-minute swing candle here. This candle went all the way up, manipulated up, closed back inside this candle's range. If price wants to come all the way back up here, then we're not. Then it's not like I don't want to be involved anymore if it's going to come all the way back up here. So now risk is what, $10, $20, and now we're riding dirty, right? So this is the only, like I said, I only move my stop when it would invalidate my trade. If this is so, if I get a 5 minute swing, I don't anticipate price to come back up to here unless we're in choppy conditions, which is kind of what we're in here. But I would not want price to come back up now. If a 5 minute swing is in, that high should be safe. Freaking sweaty, man. Now, what I don't want to see is I just want to see this candle close below now. I do not want to see this thing swipe the lows, close back inside, because then it means we're just going to chop back inside here probably for a little bit. I want to see that expansion. I'm keeping stops at this high. Yeah. So now we're just sitting here. And make sure ES doesn't take 12 o'clock low. Okay. And we'll put an alert on it, but MN or NQ should take it first. Actually, better put an alert on NQ as well in case it takes it for MNQ. 5 minute inverse. Okay, Emily. Oh, last spot where we can expect some turbulence. Obviously, the open of this 5 minute candle. You might have like a little like internal like 30-second, 1 minute return to premium here. You know, this where you'll see like, okay, if we, back to this open last fair value gap BPR in the leg here, that 5 minute open. This is where you'll see like little returns to a discount and then continuation. So if that happens, you don't get nervous. You just know it's part of the process of holding a trade. Am I? Okay. Well, my stops are in a good spot now. So yeah, you're talking about this one. Yeah. I think we should get to that 12 o'clock low. Yeah, I mean, if you could, you absolutely could. It could be like if you're confident enough to pyramid in, yeah, for sure. So like if you have, yeah, I mean, if we go back up to this range, like I'm personally not going to, but like you look here, say you go here, you get back up to 50, and you get like some kind of swing candle back to the downside, saying lower. What if I would just treat it as a separate trade. Maybe like we get back up to 50 and we get a swing candle down. I'll enter one contract, and then my stop will just go above that high, but only for that contract, not the whole position, just for that contract. I'll treat it as like a separate trade within a trade. And here comes your little retrace. Yep. Hard not to take it. Already, what, 80 points in profit? Tough. Any on a normal day, that's a good amount. Now that we close back to the 1 p.m. open, is we did close back to the 1 p.m. open, so I would like to see that hold as resistance here too. I would not really want to see us close up and back through the that hourly open. I would expect that to hold, right? Because for for your hourly candle, you want to see that manipulation above the open, and then you want to see us crash through it, and then distribution should continue. Unless we're gonna chop, then you'll close on one side. But like on a good expansion candle, that's what you would expect. So let's see where 50 sits here. 790, we just hit it. Oh, we left the devil's mark here, so this probably be where we go. Let me get rid of this. I can't stand looking at that anymore. It's driving me nuts. So best case, I want to see this 5-minute candle close below the 1 p.m. open. Close below 50 would be a good sign, but I know that 5-minute devil's mark sitting up there. So no, we can still come back for it. Yeah, I don't think we leave that. Maybe we do and we come back for it later. That'd be cool, but good, decent candle there on the 1 minute. Still not really a candle I trust. It's still just an inside candle. Like if this was a 5-minute candle, I would still expect price to come back up here. Like I can still like mentally in my head, I'm like, okay, well, that high did not go. We could definitely come back for it, and then obviously the devil's mark sitting just above it. So like it's not like I'm not gonna like freak out and make rash decisions here if it comes back up. Like, I know it's just price doing what it has to do. Oh, I know we did. I know we did. We already talked about why it could though. I think it's just I think this is just to send us up to a premium. I could be wrong. But I think that, and we also held we marked out that fair value gap, and it was also we talked about just the open of this 5-minute candle as well, which we know the left side's going to drive our like lower time frame returns to premium in like a lower time in like a sell model. So yeah. Oh, the first FEG. Gotcha. 930. Wait, did we? Oh, yeah, I forgot where we man. NQ's been all over the place today.
And also like a 3-drop pattern up on that big move up.
Yeah, we had you got a triple sweep up there basically on the 5-minute with 11 a.m. high. We failed to close over 11 a.m. high. Yeah, 3 times we have failed. So that's the other thing. That's the other reason for a short here. See how we just have no willingness to a close over there. No, I think we go to 12 p.m. low and maybe down to the breaker, and then we get a long, or we're just gonna chop inside of this range the rest of the day. Would be my guess. But
if you draw a fib from the very bottom of the at 11:14,
yep,
and to the move up to at 11:35,
yep.
we did move up to the 0.236. We missed it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and we didn't retrace up to the 50 to get it.
Right.
But we did.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. Did ES give us? So yeah, ES gave us the breaker as well. ES gave us the breaker with that hourly swing point. 2 hourly swing point, 5 minute breaker, giving us what we're hoping for. Nice, Marshall. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing after this as well. Why is this not showing up on? That's weird. It's not showing up on my Replicanto. That's a bummer.
So like when he said lock 250 up, it's refunded for the day.
Yep.
Is that like Tradify? Is the 250 you got to do?
I'm not sure. You'll have to ask him. Later, BMAC. It means no. I think he means he. I think he means are you stopping because you're just at your 250 for the for the day. You have your trading account. Oh, okay. That's just yeah. There you go. There you go, doggo. There you go. Yep.
There's no consistency on Tradify. Is there? Like you got to get 250 for 5 days? Is it?
On the Flex accounts, yes.
Okay. Okay.
We've talked about this, doggo. We had an hour-long conversation on the phone about this.
Yeah, you gotta remember I'm remedial.
Man, you're getting old, dude.
No, it's because I've been going back and forth between TPT and Tradify. I've had TPT down forever.
Yep.
And the thing that just keeps killing me on TPT is that freaking
intraday
drawdown.
Yeah.
That seems to get me all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you should be good with the 80-20. It's just bang, bang, bang. It's like 200, 200, 200.
Yeah, that's the problem is you're thinking 200, I'm thinking 500. And when it goes against you, buddy, it can rip you up,
Right, right.
So you have to be very careful. And that's what I need to do is, I think we talked about that before, just size down till I get that drawdown behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe size up. But
right.
I get so freaking greedy, dude. Like, oh man, I'm this.
You got to stop that shit. That will wreck you. You got to stop it.
Marshall, I hadn't tried Lucid at all. I know a lot of people love Lucid.
Doggo
about Lucid when I looked, I didn't like.
You didn't like the max payouts.
Yeah, and see the max payouts the same with Tradify, but I'm like, I don't need 2 max payout deals.
Yep.
So I don't really see the difference between Tradify and Lucid. So I've been Tradify, so
yeah.
I just thought I'd just stay there. And I love Tradify's journaling.
Yeah.
And all that stuff was really cool to me.
Mm-hmm. Come on. All right. We do have a 5-minute swing candle here on NQ, but see if it means anything. Just means we swept that 5-minute close inside. Means we could push back up to that. Hopefully not, but we could go back up to that devil's mark. GC just gave the hourly model. Let's go check it out. It did? No, it definitely didn't. That's weird. It's actually actually rejecting.
We're going to come back down on the NQ back to 684.25.
6 what? 84?
684.25.
Yeah.
50% of that.
Yeah.
Did you say something like that?
Yeah, that's 50%, and it lines up with that breaker that we made. It lines up with that 15-minute breaker, the 5-minute breaker down there, which I think could be a good long. Which, I mean, is as slow as this thing's going, that could be like what sets up your like I'm always thinking like, okay, the next 4-hour candle is in 40 minutes. So it's possible that we just sit here, chop it up a little bit. 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock opens. The 2 o'clock 4-hour candle opens, goes down to this breaker, which is also going to be what? It's also going to be, if this is your 4-hour candle, well, your 4-hour candle is going to be, hold on, yeah, your 4-hour candle will be this. So look where that's going to take you. You can have manipulation down to that 4-hour candle there, because you're gonna be bullish. So you're gonna be looking for a longs on that new 4-hour candle, because you're gonna have a 4-hour swing potentially, as long as we don't close back below here. So I'm looking for, just we could chop, put in the 4-hour wick here, little manipulation, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and then you have like start your reversal back up for that 4-hour body. Potentially, like that's just like things that are always crossing my mind. It's like, okay, well, we could chop here. Then this is a good spot that we could manipulate down to. So we could save going down to the breaker until that. There we go, banger. Let's go. 104 points for lunch. How was that? Let's go. Yeah, beauty. BS, man. We had how much drawdown we had there. What was the high of that candle? We had 5.5 points of drawdown when we have candles like this size. That's pretty damn good. That's a no to left on cue, huh? he missed the entry. He missed the entry, Marshall. Beautiful though, beautiful. Framed perfectly. Beautiful. 1 o'clock opens. 1 o'clock opens. Puts in a wick. We're bearish because it's a 5-minute breaker with an hourly swing. Your hourly wick is in. You want distribution down. Easy target, 12 o'clock low. Oh, nice. Nice, Marshall. Perfect. Love it. Better RR. Better RR. I already made it better RR. Because I said I was gonna take this more. Because I said I was gonna take this breaker, but then like it was a negative R. So this is where like I'm not a like I don't always like waiting because we don't always get up to the open of the candle. But in this case, it makes the R change the RR from negative to 1.7, and yeah, pretty much almost a top tick there. But nice little play there. We'll see if this 5-minute closes back above 12 o'clock. I should go eat lunch. That's what I should go do. But what are we at now? Yeah, not a bad day. Not a bad day. Got a new select funded. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm still trying to get to the buffer on this new daily account for Tradeify. So it's just buffer money right now, but we'll take it.
Yeah. All day long, and some.
Yep.
Is this 50K account?
Yep.
Is that all you get for Tradeify's 50K?
That's all I trade with. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. You don't copy trade though, do you?
I usually do.
Okay.
Or I do like I'll copy trade or I'll just copy trade or I'll just do like half and half.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. The hourly model is powerful. It's a chapter in ICT's book. Not necessarily compound. It's really just paying attention to. So like what I'm looking for, like for the hour. This isn't really like this is just the hourly reversal model basically, and then there's the hourly continuation model. This is just a reversal only because I just see weakness here, right? I just see weakness. Hourly swing closes back inside, and I have a 5-minute breaker telling me that's confirming a break in structure. It's telling me that this hourly high should be safe. Casey, did you see that breaker by yourself there? Bidding went to 65. Damn, dumping that thing.
It's going lower, dude. It's going to 84. Oh, you're talking about something else. Sorry.
What? Oh.
You were talking about something else.
Oh no. Yep. Later compound. Later. What time is it? It's already 12:30.
It's 1:30 this time.
Oh yeah.
All right, why don't you jump off? Go get something to eat.
I'm just chilling for now. I'll probably go throw something in shortly. I gotta go fire up the grill and stuff. So.
Oh, dude, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Man, my eggs with the goat this morning.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah. So if anything, any questions on that? I mean, I think that was laid up pretty well. Weighted, like I said, just pay attention. Like these levels right here are very, very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. And if sometimes you will get that Wick CE entry, which are beautiful trades, but I can never. I don't have the patience to wait for them. That's just, I guess, that's that's me out because I don't want to miss a trade waiting for CE. But you could be a G. You are a G if you wait for them. All right, so we'll see if we get onto this breaker. Uh, yeah. So for me, there's really nothing else. Probably done for the day, unless we get something clean out of this 5 minute. But yeah. So that trade didn't wait for the 12 p.m. hour to close, but only because it wicked the 11 a.m. So it. I'm trying to see what you're saying here, Cash. So that trade didn't wait for the 12 p.m. hour to close. Correct. Or uh, so we waited for this hourly candle to close. Yeah, we waited for this hourly candle to close because we want to engage when manipulation happens, right? When this candle closes, we expect manipulation higher because we are bearish here because of this candle close. We expect manipulation higher. So once this candle closes, it's telling us downside, but we want to get in inside of what we expect this candle's wick to be. One second. Need a drink. Too much talking. But and then so what confirms the downside there was just the breaker. And the hourly swing point, and then just the 5 minute breaker confirms it. It's a trade I'll take every single time. But yeah, pretty cool there. All right, I'm gonna kill it on YouTube. YouTube, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. If you want to join up, just